That was me. Just so you know. Also, hey, what's good? All right. I'm getting some fluids in me. Hey everybody, what's up? right, I think pre-rolls are done. Oh, but it's not capturing correctly. Oh, one sec. Oh, one sec, I fix. Yes. All right, let me check audio levels. I mean, I think as good as I can see right now with the low rumble. We'll see if it's too loud. Hey everybody, how's it going? Hey, I'm Ty Tuesday, and we're doing the other parts of Anthology of the Killer. Yeah, the game gets louder and quieter. We'll do what we can. This is a collection of a bunch of games. We checked out some of them on Saturday. Full release of the collection was on Tuesday. So I wanted to give folks a little bit of a chance to play the back half on their own. But enough of that. It's time for us to go. Let's see, let's try and remember what we had though. Hans was mostly running around in the back looking at weird shit. Yeah, trying not to get grabbed by the grab men while we looked for goodies. Good time. Appreciated you've gone through the back half in the last few days. Nice. Did you like it? No spoilers. Did you like it though? Loved it? Hell yeah. Yeah, Drool of the Killer had to be, or rather not be, Tammy. The Tammy situation. That was a good time. Oh, then this is Eyes in the theater. Yo. Thank you for the resub, Baron. Thank you.
32 months. That's more than 4.
And yeah, this was the weird infinite play where we simply could not figure out what the hell our part was supposed to be doing. Poor blimey. It's me, the cleaning girl. That was such a good bit. Ooh, Flesh of the Killer. Ooh. Okay. A bunch of stuff with no head. Ooh. Weird looking statue. Cool paintings. Yeah, so for anyone who's not familiar and didn't see what we had played earlier, this is like kind of a horror comedy done by, yeah, the Catamites as mentioned on the resub. Thank you, T-Saw. Thank you for 35 months. Almost 3 years. Hell yeah. The Catamites has done games like Space Funeral and Magic Wand in the past, which are like very, very funny, very charming, often goofy, usually have like a cool statement. And these have just been a bunch of real fun and funny little like horror comedy things. Very modern humor as well. Saw a highlight vid and ended up playing the whole thing in one sitting, which was not the best way to play, but still solid 9 out of 10. Nice. Yo, welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm enjoying the 2 sessions. Let me get hyped up. The coast is clear. High quality crates. The crates of the rich. Okay, so we're breaking in here. Why? Duo Mega Tactics. Is that opening the door? Maybe it's a Rhoda issue. Unbelievable. Oh. Time time to break into the art bank. Dusty, Gomo, Jurisprudence, the one with the hair. Okay, yeah, so we're supposed to hide his statues, but we're the only ones with hair. Off-brand Hercules. It's probably one of the donors. Being portrayed as a god is one of the traditional benefits of art's patronage. If either you want a Hercule Sona, let me know. I'm friends with the guy online. No unauthorized access. Oh, I guess you can go home. Oh. Okay. There's it is. So what are we looking for? Ooh. Museum of Moral Art. On X March XXX, an expedition was assembled to confirm the existence of an urban legend. In a tax-exempt free port just outside the city, artworks are being stored for display in a private museum. Here to shine light on a murkier than normal corner of the art world are representatives of all the major fields. Max for photography, Claude art history, Ray relational aesthetics, and BB, a zines expert. All findings to be submitted as end-of-term group assignments for community college, 20 credits. I hate to admit it, but this place is really swish. I can feel my culture level rising just from walking around. The hallways' paintings have a Vanitas theme in homage to the erotic skull art of yesteryear. Catalog modestly lists assembled masterpieces: skull with ball, skull with fruit basket, skull with flesh. A devastating rebuke to the vanity and transitoryness of having flesh. How many of these are there? A tasteful plaque acknowledges tax-deductible charity donations from the Zacklers, of opioid industry fame. Wait, that can't be right. Zacklers? Yeah, they changed their name to be relatable to younger juries. Changed our name to Zackler. We added some Z's, really zazzed it up around here. This one called World of Skulls by MT Lot. I guess it's good fun to have a theme. Thought art had to be stored cold, but the air in here is tropical and humid. Like being in a reptile house. Maybe they're trying out a new technique. Mistrust the stranger. Uh-huh. Another themed collection. Mistrust the stranger. Look out for the stranger. Who's there? A stranger? Hand taps your shoulder. It's the stranger. All the hits. I wonder if being around all these paintings is making me more moral. Maybe they make you sign a waiver if you work here, just in case. Hey, I recognize this. Klopstock's 3 owls impaling a naked woman on a sword. It's on loan from the lobby of the police department. I hate these ones. Printed in my bedroom when I was a kid, I always thought the elephant changed position a bit whenever I looked the other way. Oh, look at this little like Tigger doing a little toot on a horn. Big Winnie the Pooh memes. The handshake in the sky is quite good. Doesn't read as Garfield to me, honestly. It's more Heathcliffy, if anything. 2 hands for an elephant, okay. I always thought they were weird. What are they supposed to represent? There's a story if you hold your hand out to an elephant, it will place its paw softly on yours and look you dead in the eye. Uh-oh. If you're a good person, it will simply shake your hand, but if you're a bad person, it will stomp down and maim you instantly. I used to have nightmares about it. What's moral to an elephant? That's a great point. I don't think I would let an elephant judge me according to elephant morality, because yeah, I don't know what elephant morality is. It'd be bold to assume it's just human morality. What if, like, you know, I didn't give them every peanut I have, inherently making me immoral?
Chamingson, Gantrus Titu Esday. Anil FGCR Cholichtionov, Uinlachel Fictingami and the enthusiast, Titu Esday.
That's right. Thank you for the bits, Frozen Pyro. Anyway, Claude says it's probably just a metaphor for man's dominion over the earth or something. No, it sounds real. I've watched a documentary about this. Sign on the wall announces this is the Hall of Morally Improving Mechanisms. I hope they at least rinse these things out before the display. Oh. Oh boy, new media. This one is a cabinet for Wanpaku Dead Wife, the video game that makes you cry from Media Mature, Joe Grown. How many dead wives can you collect? I think my top score is 8. Instructive moral diorama from the 19th century depicting the doleful fates of those who commit simony. What's this on the side? Cabinet 28 of 246. Please insert coin. Morality Animal by MT Lot. It's empty. Isn't this kind of conceptual gesture a little played out? Yeah, we get it. It's nothing. You put a urinal on the stand. Big whoop. This part feels like storage, but for pieces that were insufficiently good or insufficiently moral or what? Someone left their second floor keycard around. Maybe they were overcome by aesthetic effect. Over here, some haphazard paintings of people in security uniforms smiling and playing the harp. Well, at least I can see why these didn't make the cut. Max, are you still in here? Why is everything all knocked about? This is why I prefer to go off by myself. Great. I love this. See, this painting needed no changes. It was perfect already. This one's on the floor. That's less good. Must admit, I could get used to a museum without any crowds. Even the security seems discreet. I believe we're the only living people here. Apparently, moral art is going through a boom period right now on account of all the murders. Who says there's no ethical way to make money? I wonder how much all these are worth. Wash your hands. Certificates of provenance hang discreetly on the walls to let you know you're not being imbued with any counterfeit morals. Some of the countries these were taken from no longer exist. The canvases all come pre-enclosed in little Ziploc wrapping to prevent scuffs during trades and resales. The little touches are always what you're paying for. Clowns regard me from north, south, east, and west. I guess this place is still enough of a traditional museum to have a cursed-feeling children's recreation area. Yo, what's good, Oth? Yeah, we're checking a little bit of Anthology of the Killers. We're in the second half, but it's cool. They all stand on their own. It's real good. Hey BB, check it out. It's a collection of children's book illustrations. Look here. 4 children in Lamassu. Is that the one where they all get hit by a truck on entering puberty? Sounds right. This one looks familiar. Isn't this Pleasant Child and Horrible Child? My favorite was always Horrible Child, honestly. As an adult, yeah, I think Horrible Child made some good points. Well, wow, real powerful Mr. Do energy in this whole place. Pondering the Immutable by MT Lot. Sure, a lot of paintings by this guy. Ever since appearing, a lead of neo-moral art. Yo, thanks for the resub, Chaos. His work includes refreshing updates on classic motifs. Knife safety, don't wake papa, repayment of a debt. A cynical age was won over anew by the elegance of these simple but lasting moral themes. What happened to him? He was eventually arrested for eating a woman, but that doesn't mean his work has nothing to teach us. Still a lot of good moral points made by the wife eater, you know? Incidentally, isn't putting a moral art museum inside a Freeport kind of a mixed message? Traditionally, tax evasion counts as political issue rather than a moral one. How about trespassing? That one's actually moral again. They really get you coming and going with these things. Smells rank in here. I wonder if there's some kind of art preservation strategy. What we're here to learn. Suzanne and the Stranglers. New MT Lot. I never heard of this one. I wonder if this was found after death. Paint is still wet. Oh, this was the moral animal, right? Yeah. Wait, this guy eats wives. I know this one. Excuse me, pardon me. It would appear the art is here. Well, why am I holding a vase? Yo, thank you for the resub, a tasty sub. Sure, there's a good reason for this, in this, the best of all possible worlds, but now I'd better get back to my tour. There are 88,000 more rooms in the Pantheon to see. I've got places to be. Ugh. Hate when I'm art. Real butt cheeks. You ever get turned into art? Just the worst. Such poignance and elegance in these statues. How beautiful in every respect. It makes me want to scream and I don't know why. I guess that's what they mean by disinterested contemplation. Well, although everything in here is as beautiful and classical as can be, I'm starting to feel a little unease. I don't remember how I got in here. There seems to be no exits. Also, who's making that sound? Nice hands, let me eat yum yum. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Well, I'd prefer not to think about that right now. I just want to escape from the museum before I end up in an award-winning traveling corpse exhibition. There's Max and Ray, but the paints are too high up for me to get at by myself. I hope they're trapped in better visions of the good than I was, at least. Wet paint mixed into multicolor sludge drips down the walls. An inscrutable moral tableau can be dimly glimpsed underneath. I can hear gloved hands scuttling on the marble tile ahead. Oh. Blobby misshapen pseudo BBs grin back at me from the walls holding tennis rackets, tiny dogs, frozen images of my own best life. Did I escape in the middle of a conversion to a moral icon? Smiling reflections reach back towards me from every canvas, from every side. For a second, I want to climb back into the canvas, and maybe all that stops me is a deep desire to remain annoying instead. The door, just a painting of a door. You know what? I guess I walked into that. Is this a different paint world? The air here feels less reverent, thick with smoke and a smell like rotten eggs. Well, this stinks. Oh, there's the killer over there. In their filthy cave outside the good, there lurk the strangers, waiting to commit unspeakable crimes for unintelligible reasons. They watch me but make no move to chase, busy haunting the doors of the ideal. So that's probably a real door. It's the realest one I have. Great. When I climb back out, I'm in some sort of boardroom, part of the Freeport executive suite. The manager hangs up on the walls, meaning mean ex-cops and art world toadies locked in moral display. Cool. It would appear everyone's in art jail. Yeah, welcome to the boardrooms. Thanks for the resubs, Apple
Boardrooms.
Over here are pictures of the board of directors, anonymized to protect the safety of the city's leading families. Still, the glaring red eyes are sort of familiar. Yeah, that's like the cool cult that wanted to grab us by the ghoulies earlier. A little display full of corporate promo materials. They all look extremely unread. The mission statement. The horrible murders the city have driven renewed interest in moral ideals. To protect existing investment, a vault, a marvelous vault, secures the eternal verities from tax responsibilities. There's some comfort to know that even when everybody is dead, morality can last forever. Not yet, Wait, BB. Claude, I'm glad you're all right. I wasn't sure whether or not you, why are you whipping yourself with that, what looks like a security lanyard? Well, the thing that got Ray was some kind of morality robot, right? So I thought maybe if the rest of us, like, repented and tried to adopt its teachings. I'm not taking moral lessons from a mechanical lion. It hasn't even been elected. How come nobody in this town can't go 10 minutes without starting a cult? We'll find Ray and Max and Quick and then Vamoose. I thought they'd both been turned to paintings. It's not so bad. It gives you a new perspective. More paintings. I wonder if being trapped inside these things is some kind of ironic punishment for trespassing the museum. The world of morality weirdly resembles that of cheap slasher films, huh? Empty Lot's celebrated moment of moral awakening occurred after the artist watched 1,000 hours of children's cartoons on a dare. Realizing morality was too important to be left to human fallibility, he set about embodying it into moral objects known as works of art. Using capital acquired from his many supporters in the NGO space, he soon began work on his most ambitious project yet, the unfinished remains of his work. Probably not helpful. Probably nothing relevant there. I simply made a mechanical lion to enforce my concept of morality. How could this possibly go wrong? Surely the lion will understand what I meant perfectly. Hey, the canvases in here were all stripped bare except for that one. Garden 2 by MT Lot. Is it just me, or does this one seem a bit more worked than the others? Ah, realism. In the lion's garden, the air is clear and smells like drying blood. Flower stalks are shaking in the lack of wind. Somebody is looking at me I can't see. Somebody is looking to eat me. The garden is well tended, but not for me. I can glimpse the rightful owners stalking right round me in the grass. I know there are more lions since I can't see them. Something close is licking blood from its jaws. Statuary here is jumbled but offers no place a paw can't reach. Marble faces watch me with the eyes of lions. Something behind me climbs out of rubble and slinks away. I carefully avert my eyes. It's not hot here, but it's close, and without realizing it, I'm covered in sweat, plastering my hair down and falling in my eyes. My back is sore. I realize I've been tensing it, waiting for the pounce. Hey, Zuby, I thought the elephant got you. Hey, let's not talk about the elephant. What are you up to? Oh, waiting to die. What happens if you die here? Do you become another moral prop, like all the vases, cherubs, bowls of fruit, circulating endlessly from painting to painting? Do you think the lion just responds to moral iconography without knowing what any of it means? It's just mechanical pattern recognition? I don't know, I was just sort of complaining. Sire, the greetings! You're just in time for the opening act of the instructive moral play. Would you like to sit in on the first act? Verily, esteemed parent, with courtesy and desire for self-betterment, I ask thee, what is it that is best in life? Prithee, son, deference to duly constituted authority is the first step on the path of wisdom. The most important thing of all is, wash your hands. Wasn't that beautiful? Perhaps with patience and compassion, we may all someday— Now, Ray, now! It's me, the horrible child! Quickly, hit it while it's down! Sic semper! The last king with the entrails of the last priest! Get his ass! How long does it take to beat a robot to death? The answer may surprise you. You know, despite everything, I still find myself drawn to these. Portraits of the good. The right life congealed into an inert and frozen object world, safe from the back and forth of creaturely existence. Snapshots from a places alien to us as the canyons of Mars. Who are you talking to? We found a fire exit. Oh, real? Never mind. Before leaving, we took stock. There wasn't much left standing in the Freeport where the lion had passed. I was sort of worried we'd accidentally wiped out the international art market in the tumult. But according to the papers, the paintings continued to be bought and sold as though nothing had changed. Empty Lot's influence continued to spread. There was even a children's cartoon to better convey his moral teachings in contemporary form. This adaptation was mostly known for the volume and variety of pornographic fan art it inspired. Great. Yeah, seems good. All right, I liked Flesh. Flesh was good. Ah, this is the play. That's Eyes. Yeah, I guess we all learned something. Yeah, thanks for the resub, Toyota. Yeah. Love to see a humble king, a humble wife-eating king with a fandom.
Or he has a fandom.
I'm becoming increasingly skeptical that all the young people love it. Yo, this movie seems sick. Cool birds. I think blood next is correct. I want to make sure I don't skip one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because that was the stairs straight up. Oh shit, have I seen this man in my dreams or when I'm starting up Mac OS, like, 2? The first one? The second one, you know? Oh, look at that. Drinky Bird's getting a big sippy. Thank God we finally get to deploy some of our zines. I'm a humble zine salesman. I just want to ply my wares. Just a regular night in the big city. That's what I'll say. Oh no, I'm delivering a package. What's inside? I'll never tell. I feel it moving softly in my pocket. That's regular. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Whew, I meant to try looking it up next time I had one of those dreams. Okay, these things are always open to discussion. Violent death impending. Don't make plans. Dream of snakes, a lucky dream which portends success in business and in snakes. Dream of water, like the water, you too shall receive lottery jackpot dividends. Dreams of delivering a package. Violent death impending, don't make plans. It's 10 a.m. and I'm heading out of the city to investigate a zine deal gone wrong. In the small town of Rivertown, a new distro was started with assistance from XX City. But recently, communiques from the town have stopped appearing. As the only one who has a rail card, I was appointed to re-establish contact and report on the progress of the scheme. The name of my contact is Clarice. I mean, it sounds fine, but what do I do if she's just been too busy to call? Break her legs? Alas, our organizational charter commits us to accountability in the scene. I've never even been out here before. Maybe I should try to be more worldly. People are staring at me in the station, so I smile and wave back. That's how you do things in the country. Welcome to Rivertown, home of the Drinky Bird. Visit world's largest Drinky Bird while you're here. Wow! You see, this is what you find when you take the time to expand your horizons. This statue commemorates the 200 workers incinerated by the Great Drinky Bird Factory Fire of 1922. On the other hand, tourist stuff is pretty much the same all over. In brochure speak, this town is picturesque. I'll find out what that means some days. Someday. The houses are pretty, but half the doorways are bricked up, as if the place were set on becoming its own shrine. I am here. Well, Clarice's place isn't far, but I don't even have her number. Wouldn't it be weird if I just show up? Maybe I should buy her a sandwich or something as well. Rows of wooden, non-functional little Drinky Bird statuettes are the only thing for sale at the street treat kiosk. Are these things in lost technology? Maybe they keep the real ones for connoisseurs. A beautiful remnant of the town's prosperous heyday. Sealed and preserved by the Historical Society. The bricks are a bit much, but I guess I can't blame them for being thorough. Wow. Just like real society. Beneath me is the town's famous river, the Erg, stained red by generations of opaque industrial processes. A real taste of the pastoral. I wonder if I can get a postcard while I'm here. Beautiful. Love a nice red river. Delicious. Tastes like factory byproducts. When I visit somewhere new, I always find myself imagining what it'd be like if I lived there. If this road were the one I walked down every day, expected and invisible. The same trips to the shops and bus stop, only now infused with mystery. Like I could be looking at my life from the outside, as if I were myself to become a stranger. I wonder if watching Gilmore Girls has given me inflated expectations around small town life. Anyway, if I have these directions right, Clarice's apartment should be right in the middle of that smoldering wreck. Ah. Oh man. I hope she got out in time. No, the history of Birdtown. Whoop. Don't worry, I am a murderer. Yes? Boy, was I surprised to hear they sent two of us out here. I guess this town must be a bigger deal than it looks. Incidentally, where's your mask? I'm incognito. Good news! I'm nearly through with my report. Case is nearly closed. Maybe you wasted a trip. Just one or two loose ends. What? Listen, here's the list of other places on the same supply chain. Check them out, try to reestablish contact. And don't tell anyone who isn't a murderer. I'll have to beat them slowly to death with a hammer. On second thought, tell whoever you like. I gotta go. Safe, unsafe travels. Unsafe, wow, what a pro, hmm? Man, what was that all about? Was that guy looking for Clarice? Didn't seem like a good time to ask him to clarify. It's not like I have any other leads. And some of these do seem like places you might drop off a zine. I guess this is our overworld map. Excuse me, would there be a record store around here? Follow the smoke. Oh. Well, may have exaggerated a bit. Any smoke here will have already disappeared along with the owners. Melted 78s formed thick black puddles in the ash. Oh, I wish I had a chance to poke around in here before it burned. You can find good stuff in these little record stores. Never even heard of any of these bands. A sturdy if charred brick passage stretches out behind a collapsed shelf. Is this the way to the employee lounge? Probably not a lounge. The air feels different here. Like I've walked into a much larger structure. Is this a transport tunnel or something? And what's with all these crates? Crates. Tightly packed bundles of rubber horror masks. A sticker on the side reads XX City, but is it from or to? Hey Mandy, I'm just thinking aloud, but wouldn't it be a lot easier to follow this girl if we just broke both her legs? I mean, as inconspicuously as possible. We gotta stay undetected, Handy. I've got it, let's kill her first, then we can break her legs. Wait, I feel like we're missing something here. How many possible combinations are there for killing her, breaking her legs, and following her around? Maybe we could experiment until we found one that felt right in the moment. See, an iterative approach. Well, that's 6 possibilities unless we do some of them more than once. But does the perfect combination really exist? Handy? Hello? I want to believe it does. Oh, but aren't you just the cutest little murderer? Yes, you are. You're gonna be executed for your crimes against history. Why does everybody in this town think I'm a murderer? Is it the coat? We've already seen you around with the notorious criminal, Murderer X. Also, we've been reading your zine, a truly heinous document that records your many crimes. July 3rd, Cannibal Blood Feast. July 10th, more knife murders. July 13th, decomposing corpse. Those are bands. It's called a scene report. Also, wait, did you really read my zine? What'd you think? A little prolix, but that's not a problem you'll have anymore. Oy vey, everyone's a critic. Why would anybody store their mask this way? I see a door up top and clamber on. Greasy rubber Dracula mask slipping out in great cascades beneath my feet. I still hear my two pursuers, but hopefully even harder to climb upstairs in heels. Did I fall into a war between rival party supply chains? You know, this is a very high-end, horrible mask facility for such a little town. I wonder who's running it, and I hope I never have to find out. Yeah. What did I learn from all that? At least there's two people in this town who bother keeping up with zines. Wonder if they've ever met Clarice. Well, didn't learn anything from that. Not to sound jaded, I feel like I already have a good idea what building here will turn out to have been the book depository. Doesn't this place have a fire department? Mysteriously uncharted pages in the wreckage. Were they placed here after the fire? What do they say? A true secret history of the murderers and wreckers. The wrecker history of the murderers and wreckers, that is the false history which stands in place of the true history evident to the merest child, is that false history which the wreckers and murderers seek to substitute for the glorious true history of the world. The truth of history is a beautiful house filled with statues, etc., and it is the people without history, the murderers and wreckers and conspirators, who stand outside this house and try to break in through the windows in order to replace everything with their disease history and their wrecker history, which a child can tell is the false history, but which nevertheless is passed to us as the real history, and the true as opposed to the really true, and the truly real history, which is that of the houses and the monuments and factories and statues, and beauty and truth and such like, which again a simple child can detect and point to and say that this, it just keeps going. To betray the true history, to imply our fathers had passed to us the false coin of the false history as our glorious inheritance, is the ultimate betrayal. And it is in rejection of this betrayal of our fathers that we identify and reject the false history of the non-fathers of the wreckers, murderers, etc. from outside the history, the dismal room outside, the grand and meaningful museum of world history, filled with monuments, etc., built by our fathers, our duty, our inheritance to maintain this inheritance and reject the false inheritance of the murderer history that the murderers and wreckers insinuate is the true history, the real history, but which we ourselves know for certain is the opposite of true history. It is the false history and the false coin that diminishes the coin inheritance of the great history of our... Hey, wait. Why is this guy running away from me? Why am I chasing him? It's a nice change. Whales have pointed mine at last. It can't be. Oh, Yo, thanks for the follow, nobody. I wonder where that hat guy went. Some kind of private Simina? Semepher said Simina, get his ass. Cinema. Decades of moldering promo posters molt off as I pass by. It feels like I'm the only person to be here for years. Theaters sealed as historical document for benefit of future generations. Well, as a future generation, I just wish they'd dust. What exactly is this place trying to preserve? I said Simina. I'm sorry. I said Simina. Please do not post the word Simina with the funny Poyo emote on either side. It would kill me. The desk in the office is slightly less cobwebby than anything else around. On it, I shall find a shredded copy. Sorry, I'm looking over and seeing Simina with the little bird, and it's getting me. On it, and I find a shredded copy of Clarice's zine and a flyer for the Rivertown Historical Society. Simina. Well, I did want to visit some tourist stuff while I was here. I'll check out the street market. A town's secret history is at the junk store. That's what I'd say if I hadn't accepted my own rat-like impulse to dig around in piles of used clutter by now. Still, you find things out. Entering crate mode, I rummage and discover cookery books, bits of wire, machine parts, old video game consoles, used medical textbooks with horrifying illustrations. The search goes on. I love entering crate mode. Like, absolutely just like, I'm gonna be a little gerblin. You can't stop me. Anthologies of inscrutable political cartoons, mushy golf balls, old newspapers with rambling letters to the editor from a concerned citizen, rubber spider, scratch that, regular spider. Underneath the Bort dolls, I pull out a box of ancient Drinky Bird figurines, but whatever strange alchemy once made them drink has long departed. Sweet bird of youth. The Drinky Birds don't drink anymore. What do we do? Nobody glances at me as I explore, which is possibly some roundabout way of asserting vendor's dominance. Well, there's no sign on the warehouse in the back to say it's not part of the sale area. They don't tell me to not go through the door. I wonder if they kept the good stuff back here. Fragments of decrepit industrial machinery are stacked haphazardly around the corridor. Probably this is the good stuff to someone. I love the way this game does lighting. Like, it's very much from the camera, but it works really well. The drawers of the old office desks are stuffed with rotting mulched receipts. The header on one reads, Golden Bird Co. Are these all from the Drinky Bird place? They really tried to scale. Old cogs and rubber casting trays. The outline printed on them seems familiar, like a face I glimpsed once in a dream. At the back of the last table, I find a binder. The words Drinky Bird Mark II production notes are written on the bureau on the spine. I open it up and find some kind of crazed essay about sword fighting a bear? What? We see that in the organic world, to the same degree that reflection gets darker and weaker, grace grows ever more radiant and dominant. But just as two lines intersect on one side of a point and after passing through infinity suddenly come together again on the other side, or the image in a concave mirror suddenly reappears before us after drawing away into the infinite distance, so too does grace return once perception has traversed the infinite, such that it simultaneously appears the purest in the human bodily structures that are either devoid of consciousness or which possess an infinite consciousness, such as in the jointed mannequin or the god. Clarice? Wait. Hold on. Wait. Clarice, wait. Wait. Clarice, the scene. Wait. Oh. It would appear it's time for me to be Clarice. Maybe she didn't recognize me? Well, next place will definitely have answers. After wandering a while down alleys, I eventually tracked down the Rivertown Historical Society. I guess it's plusher on the inside. Glass bird eyes stare at me from every corner of the room. Is this history? Therefore, I have sailed the seas and come to the holy city of Byzantium. Welcome, lover of history. Welcome to the Museum of Mechanical Birds. Yes, more than just drinky birds. Though they form the firm foundation on which our fair town is built, we must strive to see beyond them, move beyond them, as our fathers did. Yes. The immortal golden bird, glory of changeless metal. Well, plastic, but the tradition remains the same. Alive, vital, living, unliving, images of grace, images of fear. Machines of burnished gold adorn the great court of Byzantium, and their function was to terrify, to demonstrate wealth and skill, and suggest these things might be turned upon the viewer. The might of the mechanical drinky bird. Contemporary mechanical birds include the military-industrial complex, video games, and the internet. Yet what more might we find by following this river to the source? What's the most dangerous mechanical bird we could make? At points of widening income disparity, similar icons are always required, and so the fathers, my father, decided to take our novelty amusements factory in a new direction. One which could catch and manifest the shape of history. New birds for a new age. Yeah, then what happened? The factory burnt down after the construction of the first prototype Drinky Bird Mark II. The town was never the same, but I still think we'll catch the culprit someday. Won't you put your name and address in the guest book? Commemorative t-shirt? Ashtray? Mug? Man, I'm never gonna wear this shirt. Is it a breach of fake detective etiquette to just leave? Don't get up, open mic time's about to begin. Please enjoy the first act in an hour of amateur musical stylings. If you take a walk downtown and find some time to look around, if you see me on Walk On By, oh darling, please don't cry. Oh. Nearly getting killed is bad enough without having to listen to musical numbers about it. I've been here all day and what did I even accomplish? I'm going home. I'm sick of this. I'm over this. The zine committee will have to cut their losses. What do I pay my dues for anyway? Admittedly, the tote bag is kind of cute, but nevertheless, I'm out of here. A train pulls up just as I reach the station, and I hop on board. Great. I didn't find out what happened, but that's just how it goes. That's life. That's how I'll ride it up. The seat is the comfiest thing I've ever felt. It's polyester or something. They should roll me up in this when they put me in the grave. The train is now departing. The next stop is factory. The final stop is factory. Ah, the factory where it does not go. Oh. I don't know where I am, but I appear to have both eyes and most of my blood. Those two just posers after all? A cool night breeze comes in the open door. Statues half submerged in ivy heap up on the lawn. Unlit factory buildings spread out in the distance, leading inexorably towards the mansion on the hill. The door's wide open. Aren't they afraid someone might steal all the clocks? Hey, there's a mimeograph. I've always wanted one of those. Smudged carbon copies are piled ankle deep across the floor, sternly announcing the dangers of unfettered mimeography. These letters say, Dear Sirs, first, my warm compliments upon the previous day's Mary Worth cartoon, which I found both delightful and instructive. I've enclosed more ideas. However, I note with dismay your decision not to comment upon the increasingly outrageous price of cinema popcorn, a scourge which perhaps funds drugs or gang activity. See previous letters. Decline of moral values, rivers of blood. Can they legally call it a Happy Meal if eating one makes me depressed? Please print this letter. Faithfully yours, a concerned citizen. Hell yeah, dude. All the concerned citizen letters from absolute mad lads. Man, these things are bleak. Wait. I hope this epistle finds you well. Here's an idea for a new Mary Worth cartoon. Feel free to use. In the cartoon, Mary Worth is Mary Worth is depressed and sad and down in the dumps about her life. The life that was promised and the life that was had in the ruins of her parents' Drinky Bird factory. The rubble of a dynasty that never came to pass when she starts to read a poorly printed Samizdat she picked up at the record store with a sticker on the cover calling it a zine. The zine says it's about history, and so she reads it, but it's not history. It is a bad dream and a horror story in which all the names and faces she reveres from books and statues reappear instead as torturers and killers, as toadies and functionaries of a charnel house, and as she reads, she feels as though the beautiful history she adores and worships has been replaced by a lake of blood that has no bottom, and she and everyone knows is sinking in the lake, and so is her house. It is at this point in the comic strip that Mary Worth has a grand realization. She realizes all recorded history is the object of a vast conspiracy, and that the name given to the conspiracy is that of zines. An acronym, perhaps. That this conspiracy was the worm in the great apple that is history, and the reason the apple now turns to shit in her mouth, and that her life will continue to get worse and worse until the evil conspiracy of wreckers can at least be smashed and killed and put to an end. Please give me credit if you use this cartoon. Constructive feedback welcome. Yours faithfully, a concerned citizen. I wondered if it was too good to be true that these were people who actually read these things. This is a stupid decision. This is the Drinky Bird Mark II, right? I wouldn't do that. Made a real mess of her face getting all the pieces inside. This way, please. Don't worry. She's harmless until you turn the key. We just hang coats on her and stuff. Wait, where is my coat? Oh, it's around here. You didn't really have the figure for it. It was like chasing round the kid from Don't Look Now. Okay, thanks. Next time I'll get my clothes from the sexy Halloween nurse bin at Party Warehouse. It couldn't hurt. Hello. I, heir to the Drinky Bird dynasty, am secretly the concerned citizen whose inflammatory pamphlets have been causing such a stir. I don't really care. The Sangfoid expected of a true revolutionary, right down to classic cell system. Each distro or cadre knows nothing of the others. But you didn't predict what remained of the Drinky Bird Mark II technology could be used to rewire a human brain. A rookie error. Mary Worth censored? Apple Mary? the Mary Worth censored just really gets me. Why is that the thing you guys are paranoid about? The horror mess, everything else. Appears you, attention caught by all the carnage, a representative of the National Corps is sent out to review the situation. Admittedly, I didn't think you'd burn down half the town in the process. Who knows what true depravity lurks in the criminal soul? Only got here today. I thought you were burning it down. Don't be silly if you're not you, then who? Well, it's nothing you have to worry about. Give me a second. The body won't be you anymore. It'll be a new thing that has your face and name, and we're gonna use it to kill all your friends. Won't that be nice? Nurses, can you bring the blood bucket before I open her head this time? Nurses? You deal with it. Do I smell smoke? Well, guess that would explain it. Incinerating letters, lighting up the stairs. Just why is fire safety such an issue in this town? Smoke pours through the carpets and twists into strange shapes in the air. Glimpsed figures, vegetable outlines. I hear the pop of drinky birds exploding in their crates. Emerging and dissolving in the air, reaching hands. A ghost is staring ahead, a bloody mask. Is this the history the guy was so keen on? I don't know if I get the appeal. This is the worst work vacation of my life. Can't believe I didn't even get to see the world's largest drinky bird. Oh, is that my coat? Ah. I'm just here to check on the zine distro you were putting together. Ah! Okay, maybe that was pushing it. After a while, I made my way off the statue and took the last train home. What remained of the mansion was still burning when I left. I never found out what happened to Clarice, but they say if you hold a zine event in a quiet country town, she'll appear and not buy anything. I hate to get turned into a bird. Bad times. What do we got next? What's the next piece? Ooh, Retromania. Ooh, Ears of the Killer, huh? Yo, surf's up. Yo, surf's up. Cool dog. I'm with hamburger. The Weepster. 50,000 weeping men can't be wrong. This is it. This is time I finally murder someone. I want you to know I'm prepared to walk the demon's path without honor or humanity. Okay, have fun. I do love Night Clown. Don't try to stop me. I'm a creature of darkness now. You'll never see me again. Goodbye. That's it. I'm vanishing into the abyss. Only the one world is sounding through my brain. Kill. Maybe if the music from upstairs is bugging you so much, why don't you wear earplugs? I do wear earplugs. I can still tell that it's there. It's been 3 days. I've become more beast than human. Someone who can't be held responsible for the horrible crimes they're going to commit. So you're gonna slip a passive-aggressive note under their door? It's going to be very snippy. I don't like to do this. Sometimes it comes down to desperate measures. I knock on their door, but that's usually a bad idea in this apartment building. Boy, these passages are really starting to fall apart. It's back here anyway. A man dressed as a clown sits unmoving in the empty room. At least he's not playing his records loud. Whatever happened to being neighborly? Down the pipes come echoes from the whole apartment complex. Footsteps, voices, thumps of furniture being moved in rooms you'll never get to see. Solid night ambiance. Gone and for what? I'm a simple person who needs eight hours straight of dim whisper noises and fingernail scuttling in order to be at my best. Is this too much to ask of other people? What about my needs? I didn't even think there was anybody on this floor. Thick layers of dust lie undisturbed on plastic ferns. The wallpaper is on rare nautical theme. Flesh-like sludge seeps out from beneath the door. So much for slipping a note under there. The door itself swings open as if from a secret breath. Realistically, this is a job for the custodian, but I'd still like to get some sleep sometime tonight. Where's that sound even coming from? Someone leave a radio on under the goo? Inside something like an instrument, I can dimly see a record turning. What kind of dark relic could be buried in the middle of all this? Midnight sex party at Dracula's house. Exciting surf instrumentals for young people by Blue D. Hans and his Night Stranglers. B-side, Haunted Castle. Golden Grave Records, 1965. Ah. Cool bird. That's kind of how I react when I'm in like an escape room with some friends and I just like the door opens and no one's really sure why. So I get that. You just kind of turn and are like, oh, I see. Very good. Oh, flesh. Oh. Hey, man. I should probably be going, yeah? Oh. Is this good for me? Wow, sensational, folks. Wasn't that poignant? Let's all give a hand up and coming recording artist Bebe with her new song, Forced to Eat a Bird. Remember to support local talent by buying her CD. And now the act you've been waiting to see, the horrible screaming murderers with their hot new single, Screaming, Screaming, Screaming. You guys really sold out after their last release. Is that a cover version? Hear the Weepsters' new song, 99 Tears. Each tear is for a different person he strangled and killed. Just appreciating the boys jamming out some tunes, you know? Got your set, very milk can. Care to answer some questions for my zine? It's zine, it's in magazine. Where am I? What day is this? Also milk can, very, yeah. Hey, apparently does that mean that Jammer Lammy is canon? What are your influences? There was a record by Blue D. Hans and like a house and a bird or something abstract in the shape of a bird. Like the Holy Spirit? What? Catholicism sweeps new wave. As for her opinion on the vernacular mass, up-and-coming recording artist BB replies. We review the top new crimes, Knives or Rope, old favorites ranked at last. Later in the same piece, he calls you the Pat Boone of singing about murder. What does that mean? Why does everyone who writes a music zine talk that way? Well, I support your dreadful cultural ambitions, but don't you have anywhere else to put all these boxes? Some of them are yours. What's inside? Yeah, pretty much what I was expecting. Listen or don't. I will obviously listen. That. Sounds kind of Beach Boysy. I did sometimes daydream about being a pop musician, although I'd like to imagine I'd be conscious at the time. Well, at least the lyrics will be easy to remember. Zizi, can I look up your computer? Yeah, just don't look at the other tabs. Cement mixing videos, 4 hours. Can I turn off the detective? Just ignore him. I still need to update the blocker. Well, not like I have anywhere else to start. Hey, why are you wearing a tie? I got a job. This kind of youth group in the Beach District was looking for someone to run their email newsletter. With my knowledge of HTML, I was the top choice. Now I'm officially an office lady, or office lady. Just a matter of time I'll start making the big bucks and can pursue my dream of becoming a gothic novel heroine. Can you do that anyway? Requires a surprisingly large amount of starting capital. Incidentally, BB, if you want any advice on finding a job, feel free to ask. I know all the tricks. Of course, now I'm gainfully employed. I'll need to find a volunteer to run the table at the Retro Maniacs convention this week. Absolutely not. I'm busy. Only serial killers attend those things anyway. I don't give you that. You hang out with serial killers all the time. I run away from them. I don't sell them merch. Well, maybe you should monetize your hobbies. Oh. Okay, this is a fun little twist. Didn't see this coming. Character select, huh? Well, Pyramid Street is out between the Rat District and the Temple of the Patriarch. It's not too far. One nice thing about the city is that everything's just a skulk away. Oh shit, they got real hair back there. Some policemen at the intersection are examining a pool of blood through a comically big magnifying glass. They've closed off the street, but that's okay. I can just head down the side. I can't believe I didn't even check today's police shape before I left the house this morning. It somehow gets more abstract and sprawling every time. Another closure up ahead, but I think I can cut through that apartment complex. Maybe. Man, I don't feel my best today. Still can't get that tune out of my head. Yo, thanks to the resub, I'm a chokester. Junk leaflets are piled around the door of the lobby. Smiling faces learn guitar or write song lyrics that impress their friends. Nobody's been collecting them lately. Sounds like everyone's busy. Behind the doors, I can hear movement. Low thumps and clangs, uncertain and irregular. Like people working in the dark. Or else like people practicing scales for a type of song I've never heard. Who did put the bomp in the bomp bomp bomp? And would you really want to shake their hand? But who with the ba, the bang, biggie, 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 set the boogie, set up, jump the boogie? That's what I want to know, you know? Well, it's not like there isn't some other dumb fad every few months like the unboxing craze. It was almost a relief when they started finding body parts. Hey, isn't this the address? I'm sorry for your loss. You must be one of the investors. Make yourself at home. Excuse the mist. Quality coffins. Just to avoid a comical misunderstanding, you guys are a music label. Yes, yes, a new music this way. No more venture capital. No more. Please ignore my soon-to-be ex-business associate. I can assure you, everybody here is 100% thrilled by our move in a more creative direction. The invisible hand can make no mistakes. That's a good point. Capitalism has never steered us wrong before. And it's not gonna steer us wrong in the future. Stacks of old band merch in the basement that we found when we moved in. The copyright had expired and we just thought the name was cool. Bags of money started showing up soon after. That's how I knew that this was the start of a new age. That vast rewards would be awaiting anyone bold enough to drop what they were doing and seize the throne of cultural production. Introducing the stars of tomorrow! How? A simple, delicate arrangement of wires. The breeze from our passing is enough to set them twirling. A new dance every time. Tremendous savings! Yes, indeed, these are all locally sourced. Are these all locally sourced? We've been using whatever washes up on the beach. These are prototypes. It'll be a while yet before we're ready to scale up production. The next step will be getting them to sing. Listen, put your ears up to his chest, don't be shy. Doesn't it sound like the ocean? Waged labor, so it's finally come to this. Awful. Penance for my misdeeds in a former life? Nevertheless, the gray mouse of despair travels over my duvet. Another beautiful and tragic journal entry. Eventually I'll package all these up and sell it as a book. Zizi, the poor dead genius whom everyone mistreats. Why not get my posthumous validation while I'm still alive? Well, I'd better get to work. Positive Way LLC. All they said was that it was around the boardwalk somewhere. Can businesses be shy? I guess it's still the off season. Heaps of unsold beach merch molder crabbily behind the nailed up doors. Two gulls on the boardwalk are trying to peck apart a plastic clam. Further down the beach, I see people moving towards the water. Are they trying to surf? We don't get any big waves out here. In fact, I'm not sure if that's an ocean. My gamer boyfriend has never been charged for crimes committed in 1988, 1991, 1993, and if not stopped, he will kill again. And yes, he bought me this shirt. It's still time before work, so I decided to catch up on the psychic health of the culture, as revealed by slogan shirts of the sassy beachwear. Future murder victim. I should get this one for BB. Yeah, I also would wear this shirt for sure. The spiral stair seems older than the pier. Seaweed crunches underfoot as I head down. What's that thing they say about seaweed? It only grows above the water level or something? Well, this looks like the place. Time to launch my professional career. Never had a job before. Maybe they're good. Just keep an open mind. Hello. That was today? Well, you certainly got here in time. I used to be in charge of keeping the website up myself, but I'm not hep on all the new technologies. I mean, HTML3, HTML4, what's next? That's how they get you. You made the right call getting me in. Luckily, I had your desk set up already. It's just back here past the communal dorm. This is the main office. Fax machines to your left. As you can see, we're very modern. Are we the only people here? Oh, officially they're all out on an away mission, but I don't think they'll mind you borrowing a desk while they're away. Oh. This is computer. Use the arrow keys to move around and access sites and programs. Why did you hire me if you didn't think I knew how to use a computer? No one else applied. Well, I wonder what their site's like. Oh, that figures. Red alert, next stage of human evolution imminent. Comet Hyakutake brings closer to Positive Way Research Unit. Start free. Get paid to read email. Proud to announce. Research group leader Mr. President officially draws curtains on the human experiment pending graduation to a new species or possibly some form of ray. While our human selves will not survive the transition to an extraterrestrial way of life, we're serene and confident that we shall nevertheless be returning soon to spread good news about the world that is to come. Mr. President demonstrates his favorite pyramids on eve of grand voyage. And thank you, Pixel Guilemon, for the resub. Thank you so much. 11 months, almost a year. Holy shit. Thank you. Organizing large trash pickup for the big day. Members relax by hanging 10 upon the way. Princess Di Memorial Award, Site of Elegance. Big sale. So you've decided to return to the sea. Many have had feeling that the leaving the sea was a bad decision. In this hour-long tape, Mr. President examines the pros and cons before coming to a measured and reasonable conclusion. The mundane monochord, know your rights and know your responsibilities. If struck in the more spiritual part, the monochord will give eternal life. If in the more material part, transitory life. Many are saying this. Find out why in this catered seminar. Giggles, guffaws, and goofs. The best of laugh time at the compound. Between revelations, Mr. President often keeps the away team in good spirits with his patented collection of wisecracks, impersonations, and good-natured comedy riffs. This hour-long video cassette reveals a lighter side to Positive Way, while also containing important messages about how human life was a mistake. Look, a job's a job. I'm not running away. I'll just find that guy and try to be very clear about my career expectations. And I should probably ask for money up front. I like the vibes of this place. It's like evil blacklight bowling. Ooh. Didn't hear you come in, just working on one of our organization's little revenue sidelines. Sales have fallen off since Volume 4. I'm starting to think people have had enough of soothing aquatic manimal sounds. Alas, you're not seeing the organization at its finest. When I think about the glory days, when the group was still together, not yet departed to the level beyond human, vanished to the next dimension, never to return. Hello. We came back. Well. Sometimes in my grave, I sit and dream of the world I saw. Back in the golden age of horror-themed novelty records. Listen! Let me tell you about it. Everyone knew it was the next big thing. Every night there'd be another band, private press recordings, so amateurish they were sometimes just a background hiss. Like Night Surf, running, screaming, wearing masks. I don't know who came up with that, it just seemed like a good idea at the time. I was in a group called Cat People. At the time, we all thought Cat People would be the next archetype, like Wolfman or the Mummy. It was an innocent time. We had a sense of purpose then. There was one group everyone liked. They had a maniac killer theme. It was very outro at the time. During sets, they'd stop and point in the audience. Later on, another body would wash up on the beach. Nobody minded. We all knew it was part of the exchange. Somehow, the scene never hit it big. Things lost momentum at some crucial point. Bands split up. The money never arrived. One by one, people drifted away, back into the straight world. But I never felt disheartened. I knew the life we glimpsed was still out there, buried under history like an unexploded mine. I knew there's a place for me, underneath those waves. Eventually, Funeral Man gave me the scoop. The rest of the merch they'd found in the cellar was being sold off that day at a memorabilia event. But to get inside, I'd have to do something I swore I'd never do again. I had to work at a convention. Sorry, there's something very beautiful about, like, I had to do the one thing I would never do. Work a fucking merch booth, god damn it. To avoid eye contact with potential retromaniacs, I've been catching up with the music press. Can color be a sound? The question recalling fervid days the undergraduate frenzied scored to the sound of Jerry Monroe's Sally ambient techno remix. seems somehow both apropos and turgid when applied to the new release from mysterious up-and-coming musical auteur Bebe. Your reminds us of an anecdote, blah blah blah. My alter ego's been releasing more material. Where did I find time for this? Did I pass out in the shower? Luckily, no customers yet, so I think I can slip away. Storefront isn't actually registered with the convention. It's cheaper to just set up in the closet and wait for someone to get lost. Nothing but cube. Vintage knives. Valley of the Dolls. Culture workers crowd around the stalls, digging through boxes of hit clips and moldering Teen Beat magazines in search of unexcavated desires. Can mankind be doomed to repeat the sins of the past? Like hit clips? Y'all remember hit clips? Before we figured out, like, you know, the point of MP3 players, like how to do them good, they were like, what if you had a tiny little cartridge that had like your favorite 45 seconds of a song? Not even the full song, just part of it. Just like a little bit. Yo, Dendy mentioned. What's good? Well, if it isn't Dendy crew. Caesar Films here. All kinds. Little Caesar, Black Caesar, High School Caesar, Deep Space Caesar, Caesar versus the Haunted Moon Women. Fantastic value. Were the women haunted or was the moon? Mannequins and Rusty Cages Direct. Discount puppets. That guy wants to grab me. I can feel in my heart. Please visit my stall. If you're a true memorabilia head, you'll find many rare items to your liking. I'm busy. I like your mask. This is a circa 1975 Dapper Dog mask. Are you a Dapper Dog fan? List your top 15 Dapper Dog episodes now. You can't name a single Dapper Dog episode, and yet you think it's okay to make some, I don't know, little comment about my mask? People like you make me sick. I think I'm gonna have to dream about you tonight. I'm gonna dream about climbing through your window and wrapping my hands around your neck. It's a special dream I have about people I despise. Sometimes I'm not sure if it's a dream. How much is the ceramic pineapple and the sunglasses? That's 400. Isn't he a delightful little fellow? I knew you had taste. I feel pretty lost myself. Sound of the convention from behind the walls is muffled, slowed. It could be any year out there. The merch around me yields no clues. Broken down displays from retro revivals long abandoned have been stuffed into the corridor. It's like being in the digestive tract for old band merch. From ahead I hear the sound of chewing. I'm gonna have a dream about you tonight where I kill you is like pretty good. Consolidating in the new cultural form of the serial killer, just as all previously existing protagonists have been absorbed into a single official figure of the policeman. Further synthesis of the two into a kind of final protagonist of history, or last man, would... Consultants are hard at work pouring through the entrails of culture, placing expensive bets on the shape of things to come. Oh, succeeding while dead. Novelty horror. Nostalgia mixed with blood, the hot sound of the kids today. It's the drone of the conference speakers that makes me feel like falling forwards, or is there something in me that's responding to the song? Some credit XX City's own Blue Dions for having anticipated the cultural shift from monster-themed horror to the increasingly popular maniac killer contemporary style. Commercially unsuccessful in his time, he's said to have eventually left the music biz for spiritual reasons. Corpses! It's the Weeping Man! Excuse me, sometimes thinking about all the harsh realities of showbiz gets me all choked up. I hear you're beginning a musical career yourself. I'd like to be a pop sensation. People call me the Weepster, isn't that awful? It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. I just want you to know that I feel really bad about the horrible things we're gonna do. I'll cry myself to sleep tonight, the same way I do every night. Hit it! I'm the Weepster. I lead a sympathetic life. I'm the Weepster. My heart's breaking on account of all the murders I commit. Yeah, okay, a little tough to keep in meter. Ah, I see. You're the musical murderer who cries about all the murder you have to do. The Weepster's got a real motif happening here, huh? It's so hard to be an empath. I have been inducted into the Rock and Roll Museum of Clothes. Why do I cry? Could the final tears be for myself? I've murdered everyone on the planet. Oh, the door is back there. So it's tank controls on the balloon. Yeah, I realized I was controlling because the balloon was doing like donuts. But now I realize it is tank control balloon. Also, I was very caught up in the aesthetic happening. I can't imagine why. Who can say why? It's almost like there's wild aesthetic shit happening. I don't feel so. If you don't stop singing, I'm gonna throw up in your shoes. Oh. Oh, right. The thing we got shoved in us. Well, it's time for me to be the Weeping Man, the Weepster, and run away. Time for the Weepster to go. Take it to the bridge, baby. I gotta go. Well, we'll not fight and perish for the kingdom of the bird. You're right. This does look more professional. Wow. I love this clip art. Subscribe to our daily affirmation newsletter from 1995. Live pray with streamers near you. Yeah, it's the art style of I don't even know what the term is, but yeah, it's that. Press enter to support our emotional labor at the shop. You can't just have walls of text these days. It scares people away. What's with the little blobby cartoon guys? Nobody knows, but you've gotta have them. The life of a web design professional. Busy, busy. Better go make sure the shop's up and running too. We get a lot more traffic after buying all those podcast ad spots. Barely even recognize the place anymore. Modifications are being made all the while. New driftwood suites spouting up out of every corridor. Is this what they mean by scaling up? Ah, Zizi, I hear you've been coming up with new ideas for the online store. You bet, boss. For example, orgone pyramids are all well and good, but why stop there? What about all the possibilities of non-pyramidal orgone items? Orgone weed leaf, orgone dollar sign, orgone video game entity. Very compelling. You know, it's rare we get someone of your entrepreneurial abilities joining a death cult. They generally prefer to start their own. Well, for what it's worth, I'd regard myself more as a temporary employee. Anyway, you still want me to take stock in the basement? Yeah, good idea. Maybe there's something else we can put up the store down there. Remember, everything must go. You know, for a startup type organization, these guys sure seem to be trying to stockpile as much ready cash as possible. Maybe I should get my CV ready again. See here, cult training tapes. I think at least 2 different distinct types of people who'd pay for those. Affirmation CD-ROMs, expired calendars, more pyramids. Whole shelves of glossy self-published books, each one proving beyond a doubt the existence of extraterrestrial life. They've never been opened. Wonder where that draft's coming from. Old doors are all over the complex. They're all nailed up. The one behind the shelf swings invitingly open. Variants are always worth something. Nice corridors. Seems like a shame to let them get all seaweedy. The friendly alien posters were an improvement though. Why frame empty canvases? Some of these might be tough to sell. I mean, the opposite of a vase is really more like, they do okay in the novelty market. Funny retirement presents. A shelf of old worm-infested books. The words on every page have been carefully scribbled out. Thesis number 1. The world is the sum of all things that are not the case. Thesis 2. The world not, never the no. Thesis 3. And then it's just blank. Cold seawater laps at the carpet. From somewhere in the darkness, I can hear barking of seals. Is this the career track I've heard so much about? Began to disappear piece by piece, into the air until nothing was left. The clothes found by the acolyte turned into holy relics, emblems of their negative. The remains of their victims. Is that good? Vex track. Terrified scream with a cheese grater, black hair, blue coat, name not recalled. Chopping SFX gurgle. The one with the umbrella who came to that party, name not recalled. Of the missing last moments pressed into new recordings, screams repeating over and over left on a rack in the basement of Sound Effects Library. Possible commercial applications? Could lease to video game companies? Ask the new hire. This was the inner sanctum of the old organization, so dedicated to negation that eventually they disappeared themselves. But you can't make a living out of that. I was new here at the time, but it was clear to me. Ooh, 1 second. Sorry, I need to read that. I was new here at the time, but it was clear to me that we needed a change, a new direction, a new shape, better fitted for things that we saw coming down the pike. We can escape, build a new life, back under the waves, back where there are no waves, a new house to weather the tides of history. You can help us. It can be the start of a new world. Have you ever thought about entering upper management? The board and I. Hi. So am I getting made permanent or what? So like, is BB good? I feel like BB's not good right now. I feel like BB is emphatically not good at this precise moment. Yeah, there's a good like waviness going on. Well, time to go perform my greatest hit. Get the rubber pipe. Locals only. We don't like punk rockers out here. This is Jan and Dean country. I'm not punk, I'm new wave. There's a new wave? The legends were true. You should go see Mr. President. He's great friends of the department. We get a police discount on our Zodiac readings. The cops swing their attention away, staring out unseeing into the surf. It's getting late. Soon the streetlights will come on. How long was I out? I wonder what happened to the Weepster and Co. Piles of clothes are neatly stacked upon the beach. Maybe they all decided to head out for a swim. Yeah, who could say? There's a lot of things you can do. There's a lot of ways you can vanish into the ocean, you know? Keep an open mind. A fresh sign is taped up on the weather boards. Discount spiritual opportunities and videotapes. Cheap. I think I recognize the handwriting. Mystic greetings, traveler. Oh, it's you. Hi, BB. Hey, BB. How goes the career, CZ? Management disappeared, everyone else lit out with as many office supplies as they could carry, and I think this building might be sinking into water. So, you know, standard tech roll. Right now, I'm doing one last round of asset liquidation before fleeing. Turns out this guy online is interested in a box of old LPs I found in the basement sector. BB, you're into music now. Do you think these could be worth anything? It's getting late. I can't believe this guy wouldn't wait until tomorrow. You're the one who wanted to get these records off your hands. If someone wanted to give us money, we should respect their priorities. Funeral man found dead in his workplace, strangled by an unknown assailant. His brother, funeral man, was also killed. It's a sad day for funeral fans. Now remember, once he hands over the money, give the all clear and I'll come trade the LPs. It's good to be careful in these kind of situations. Yes, indeed, handling it like a huge, like a drug deal. Why did he want to meet at the planetarium anyway? Says it makes him feel at home. Hey there, thanks for coming out tonight. Aren't the stars pretty? Isn't it a nice night? Do you think the world is basically good or basically bad? Man, I just work here. Man, I just work here is the most like... Look, I've mostly just been reading through and taking this in and, you know, taking it in with all y'all, but that, damn if that ain't the most relatable, just like... Come on, man. It's a fucking Best Buy. Do you want the cables? Good answer. Ever since I heard your CD, I knew we had a lot in common. People used to say, Blue, look around. Look at how beautiful the world is. Beautiful compared to what? I live here. It's nothing new to me. I've never known another kind of world. By rights, this one should be just as unnoticeable to me as the back of my own head. But it's not. It doesn't feel like that. That's how I knew. This world was not my home. There was another, the negative, the point of comparison. You think I'm just being lyrical, but it's true, it's a real place. I've been there. The counter world, the invisible antipode. You've been to Australia? I was so flattered to be mentioned in that interview you did. It made me think it might be time for a comeback after all. I've seen so many things since I died. I can't wait to show everybody. You can go first since I know you're a fan. You can trust me, I'm a verified seller. I've learned new words on a red earth with a red sky. There's people there too, in the other world. They spoke to me, I couldn't understand them. You did just go to Australia. Every person's ever played, it's the same. Lights out. Man, I'm not a parrot. I'm not gonna fall asleep because you put a bag over my... Well, here's another nice mess you've gotten us into. So maybe you both aren't ready to headline just yet. That's okay. You can stick to backup duties for now. We all had to pay our dues. That's the new wave. I thought you knew. Okay, fellas. I know it's been a while. This is our big shot. Oh. Sorry, everybody, I got a bird in me. I got a bird in me influencing my desires. Yeah, this is me going into the bird zone. Haha, wee, haha. You have to time smacking the bird. The wave of the news seems to have crested a little earlier than anticipated. Don't worry, I think we can turn this gig around. After clinging to a piece of driftwood, Zizi and I eventually washed up on the beach, caught the last bus home. This was the last I saw of the band. In the end, the new wave broke apart before it could do much damage. By the time it rolled away, only the sassy beachwear store would be sassy no more. My newfound music career seems to have ended about the same time that all the money vanished from the scene. The remaining true believers spent their time on arcane factional disagreements before going underground. No scene, no corporate, true heads only. Weepy Man's new single, I'm the New Weepster, has prompted 4 new records claiming to be or be inhabited by the spirit of the original Weepster, including Weepster's Revenge, Watch Out, I'm a Little Weepster, I'm the Little Weepster's Dad, Just Call Me Dad, and I'm the remastered original Weepster. New Schism Alert! Neo Darkwave Murdercore has officially split from the horror wave crime punk tendency and requests that they move out of his garage. In the end, the only sign that anything mysterious had occurred was an abrupt Beach Boys revival that seemed to last all summer long. Wonder if the activities are still happening outside. There'll be plenty of time left. I think we have heart. Did we do blood of the... Is it blood one of them? Or is it just heart and face? Okay. I thought I missed one. Oh, blood was drinky birds. Right. Blood was birds. Cool art. Oh, the call center? Call center mentioned? Sometimes when I wake up, there's a moment where I don't know who or where I am. The cloak of habit falls away. I look around. I'm in an alien land, a distant country, full of objects whose use will remain forever unknowable to me. And then I get up and move over to the window. Turns out I'm still in the dream resort after all. Part of sleeping in a different bedroom is feeling like you might wake up as somebody else. I better start my rounds in case it turns out I'm still myself after all. Outside, it's another indistinguishably perfect summer day. Nothing is stirring within any of the other buildings of the compound. Isn't there anyone in here who has to dust? Man, I wish they at least served breakfast with these. Please use attached pencil to fill in response. Use enter to check where appropriate. Okay. What did you dream about last night? Check as many as apply. Erotic disavowal. Collecting plastic figurines. Being chased around. Memory of particular basement. Memory of multiple basements. Friend whose face you can no longer recall. Arguments. Carpet warehouse. Other. Have you seen this person? Think carefully. Unsure. How do you feel about sleep? I like it. How would you describe your condition on waking? Haunted by half-remembered visions. A new world of exciting wallpaper greets me from behind the door. I guess they're still coming in to redecorate while I'm asleep. Today's style is the standby, pop art basement. Getting harder to tell how long I've been staying. For a while I kept a tally, but someone else seems to have been adding to it lately. The little pipe's a nice touch though. The dresser drawers are varnished shut and can't be opened, possibly for insurance liability reasons. Stock photographs of smiling families stare down at me from atop the shelves. The sofa is covered in some hard, waxy substance that makes it impossible to lie down for any length of time. Is this placeholder furniture, or could it be interior design? Outside in the corridor, it's quiet and still. No noise but the sound of distant elevators moving up and down behind the walls. I have to assume things will be less creepy here once this place is actually open for business, but it's hard to say for sure. The dressing room feels like being stuck inside a wardrobe. The air is still and heavy, as if being smothered by too many coats. Better see what my options are. Heaped with ornate frocks and gowns, expensive looking but weirdly out of style, like they were pillaged in bulk from an abandoned prop warehouse. Well, at least that would explain some of the stains. Decisions. These are both sort of preppy. It'll do. Maybe it's for the best that nobody will actually see me in these. Behind me something slides beneath the door. Hi, I'm a participant. I'd love to dress up in fashions and styles. I use the enter button to mark statements I agree with. My favorite clothes are those that make me feel girl CEO, murder victim, fast casual, or unidentifiable. Fast casual. In my new outfit, I feel more or less likely to achieve my goals. Pretty sensible sweater, I gotta say. I feel more or less likely to find love. Probably less likely. It's pretty sensible, you know, not really a wild sweater. I feel more or less likely to walk into the forbidden areas. Oh, more for sure. More or less likely that my body will ever be found. Oh yeah, they would definitely find my body in this. The purple? Yeah. You know, I never caught a glimpse of whoever leaves these forms around. Maybe it's for the best. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to tip in these kinds of situations. The other rooms are already boarded up. Seems a bit much as a security measure, but I guess it's nice to have a break from the overall frou-frou aesthetic in this place. Seems nice enough. As ever, the dial-a-boy is securely bolted to the table. I have no idea what any of the buttons do because I refuse to touch it and find out. But what if I want to dial Carlos? The elevator descends, carrying me further into the complex. As I delicately partake of the coffee and muffins left inside, I think back to the events which first brought me to this place. Hey, it's Agent BB. What's up? Boss, I've decided to resign my commission as a mystery shopper. It was fun at first, you know. Paid to roam around the shopping district looking for things that didn't fit. Empty aisles, furniture that looked off-brand. Each discovery seemed charged with secret meaning. Hidden transmission from the heart of the mall. I started to like the feeling of being somebody else. A name nobody knew. A secret agent, invested with the mysterious authority of the consumer. A passport to the frozen world of window displays. Thanks for another great report on Mall Zone 5 from DeBoss. But I had second thoughts about work, about renting my senses to the highest bidder, as if not even my perceptions were really my own. A tool of store surveillance, a private eye. I started dreaming about being pursued through strange malls by figures I couldn't quite see, having signed up to a store credit schemes on terms I knew I'd never be able to afford. I think I may have accidentally zooted out of the map. I was about to give you this lead. Peaceful, secluded resort seeks sample guest. Must be comfortable with free room, board, pay, and solitude. Exciting decor, competitive pay. One more job. Surprisingly, it's all been going fine. Although I'm still not sure exactly what a resort is or what you do when you get to one. Seems to involve a lot of statues. Rooms so dense with ornament that it's easy to feel lost within them. Or like an ornament yourself. Is this place just a fantasy camp for people that dream about turning into furniture? I guess the real question is why they're lodging me here to begin with, given that I'm not exactly the target audience for a place like this. Though I can't imagine who else would be. Swaths of plastic ivy have been glued upon the walls. The door under is locked tight. Guess it's a staff location. For the courageous, there's a pool out in the open courtyard. The windows of the neighboring apartment units stare down like empty eyes from every side. Personally, I didn't bring trunks. The big thumbs up sign is powerful. The way in leads through one of the specialty suites. The immense white body of a marble horse takes up most of the space in the room. Out of habit, I check the bookshelf on my way through. Gothic romances, some kind of girl detective franchise. Couldn't they find anything that fit the theme? you won't be able to see the yeehaw. Just assume I yeehawed. Without warning, a smiling, handsome cowboy walks in the front door. Your immediate response is fear. Does the paraphernalia of cattle ranching hold emotional meaning to your heart? Yes, a little. Yes, too much. Prefer not to say. Next is the exhibit hall, set up to allow guests to live out their fantasies of being lost inside of a boutique furniture showroom. The velvet drapes sway slowly in the breeze from the AC. Ideals for living. Dreamland Furniture Collection. Coming soon to the finest stores near you. Mass production pending following user feedback trials. Mike, the firm but fair CEO of the Dream Resort. Business is his #1 love, but could there be a room for another in his heart? Bob, yeehaw! This rootin' tootin' CFO enjoys lasso, yodeling, and late nights among the plains. He's said to be looking for his very own sweetheart of the rodeo. Paul, the artist of the board. Paul's creative instinct shines in the marketing department. He's brooding but deep. Will a muse allow him to complete his masterwork at last? Carlos, the zany one. Carlos can be identified by his catchphrase, hamburgers. But does his easygoing demeanor hide a sensitive soul? Tom, representing the HR department. Tom is also Prince Regent of the distant landlocked country of Aldovia. With his old world charm, he's sure to treat a lady right. Face in this painting seems familiar, but no time to think about that now. There's the bell for focus group testing. I'm not sure what happens if I stop showing up, but somehow I get the feeling it's not a good idea to find out. Okay. Oh, fear. Definitely more fear there. Okay. I do like the L'Origine du Monde. I mean, I don't love car crash victim autopsy photographs. Okay, a little desire, I think. I'm turning the desire gauge up. Ooh, empty theme restaurant. Big desire. Give me that. Old boxing glove on a circular saw blade. Give me that. Maxing that desire sensor. VHS player with chewing gum. 1 fear. Guantanamo Bay souvenir shop t-shirt, please. No, thank you. Boy, the examined life really takes it out of you. All that coffee doesn't help much either. I could swear once I found a bathroom around here. Hey, are you new? You must be a fellow guest reviewer. Call me Cece. In my spare time, I edit a zine about the strange occurrences that happen in the city, many of which seem to revolve around an elusive figure I refer to as the murderer. Is that so? Are you the only other person here? There's also HH, II, JJ. But listen, I found out the truth about what's going on in here. Be a full scoop tomorrow. I love going downstairs to answer the phone. Dream. Must have been a dream. I remember heading back to my room last night. I thought I'd put a general monotony of days around here. Still in the same building? I don't think we are in the same building. No, I think I'd remember these. I think I'd remember these. I feel like I'd remember those. The big, like, clown things? I feel like I'd remember the clowns. The dial-a-boy last night was ringing, but was the call meant as a warning or a threat? The grinning yet impassive faces of the boys provide no answers. Somehow I make my way back to the bathroom, or at least to another one that looks like it. There's nobody around, but something glints at the edge of the mirror. Table stacked with documents. A familiar face looks back. Well, at least now I know it wasn't a dream. Member of Ragmop, a reclusive management consultancy that meets in the remote Swiss Via once a year to discuss forbidden business synergies. The existence of the spook has been subject to official denial for so long that he no longer seems to possess any bodily form, requiring the use of a large plastic bag to get around. Yeah, I got their MBA from the University of Chicago, so it's like probably fine. On the table, I find a conspicuous looking keychain and a note. The ivy opens after dark. This is Marcy's World. Marcy's World number 1. Audiences around the world were moved by its earnest depiction of a maiden's heart. As a result, it sold like gangbusters, and the fabled 1990s zine boom began. Marcy's World number 2, on the other hand, took 10 years to come out, cost $100 million to produce, and sold approximately 30 copies. That was when we knew the golden age wouldn't come back. Doll made of synthetic hair, apple filled with drawing pins. Intrigues or not, it's probably a good time to think about getting out of here. They're focused testing products that seem like they're getting increasingly deranged. Yeah, high time to leave. The only reason I know stuff about Princess Di commemorative stuff is they made the Princess Di Funko Pop like so late and it sold so bad. Every time there have been, and I shit you not, there have been no less than 3 different podcast and Let's Play groups that did jokes about Funko Pops and ended up getting people sending Funko Pops to them nonstop. And each of them has at least 3 Princess Di Funko Pops that were sent to them. This is why I will never say anything. I will always, anytime I give an address to send things to, explicitly say, and do not send a Funko Pop to me, or I will return anthrax to your house. There's 2 variants of the Princess Diana Funko Pop. That's so cool. Beloved, flee swiftly to the central tower, where my secret private submarine docked underneath the compound shall whisk us both away to a new life of romance and adventure. Don't you know who this is? Look into your heart. I would also be obliged if you would fill out the departure survey below. How would you rate your stay? 5 stars and 4 stars. Would you recommend to a friend? I will think about it. I really liked the mounting fear of being killed. Doing on the roof. You had a lot of people passing through. No. I'm not. You can't make me. Not a lot of grip striking those boneless trash bag arms, motherfucker. Go back to waving at people outside car dealerships. Fuck off. I don't have time to get grabbed. I'm leaving. I make it back to the courtyard pretty quick, which is surprising given how directionless this whole place seems to be. Maybe I started nearer than I thought. The ivy hangs open in the dark. I don't even need to use the key. Baby, come quick. Don't you recognize my voice? It's me, the beloved, the one from your dreams. I'm here in real life. I'm waiting for you. I'm in a room in the resort. I'm real. Come find me. You know my name. Why won't you call it? All you have to do is call. I'm counting on you. Which one am I? Reach out. I need you to call. I said I'm not touching the fucking dial-a-boy. You know, on the basis of your questionnaire results, you should have emotionally imprinted on at least one of them by now. Would it help if we put you on our alternate A/B tested dial-a-girl group instead? Not particular. Wait, who are you? Well, it happens sometimes. We do our best to give people what they want, but sometimes there's some unfortunate soul who doesn't seem to know what that might be. How about we just fit you up for something off the rack? Pumpkin Summer. What's surprising? They said they were going to fit me up with something off the rack. And then I woke up in a nameless city, one I knew to be accursed. BB, come downstairs. I made pancakes for the Harvest Festival. It's shaped like a house, but the proportions are all wrong. These walls and furniture seem to bear no trace of earthly manufacture. Why do I feel like I've seen all this before? God, this is like some Google SketchUp shit. Holy shit. The rooms wind aimlessly as though misremembered from a dream. Huge functionless chambers branch out from central passage, seeming to contain nothing but a handful of props. Yeah, I would love to get the full G-Op review of Nameless Nightmare House. Down the stairs, I glimpse a darkened chamber sprawling out random far beneath the earth. Presumably this room is used for religious ceremonies of some description. I wonder if this is like a default house asset. From the kitchen, there's a smell of burning. Somehow I can already see the breakfast nook and the little island counter thing clearly in my mind. But where am I? How do I know all this? Morning, sleepyhead. It's me, your sister. Are you excited for the festival today? I know you're a hotshot big city writer now, just passing through as part of your book tour for your hotly anticipated novel. But this is going to be a great way to reconnect with your life-affirming small-town roots. No, I've been put... No, I've been put into a Hallmark movie. No, I'm gonna meet a charming man who makes me want to live in a small town and connect to my roots. He's gonna make me care about family again. No! You should say hi to everyone at the Pumpkin Festival. They say Greg from high school will be there. Remember Greg from high school? Is that really my sister? It's not like her to be awake during the day. Anyway, it's all coming back to me. Yeah, this is my quaint hometown, though. For some reason, it reminds me of Vancouver. Oh. I used to be a big shot vampire fiction author, but a chance meeting on a plane reminded me of the importance of love and family. I've never been happier. Greg from high school was asking after you. Thanks, wish you the best. Don't talk to me until I've had my pumpkin coffee. You could be very happy with Greg from high school. Don't talk to me until I've had my pumpkin coffee. Yes, indeed, many people are saying this. Pumpkins burst through the soil like corpses squeezed from shallow graves, as if the earth itself were too choked with flesh for further entry, and the living were consigned to a narrow circle within the legions of the dead, the numberless murdered of the history of the world. I get it, all right. Greg from high school. Jesus. Fuck, Greg from high school. Yeah. Hell yeah, nonsensical shotgun shack design. Yes, yes, straight house that's just a straight line.
Hi, I just heard. It's not George.
Can't believe this. Oh, what? You think you're too good for Greg from high school, too? Yes, he looks like someone who strangles his wife in a Tennessee Williams play. I almost reflexively hit pause or escape, but that is one of the funniest lines I'm sorry. I'm like, you need to trust me when I say I'm laughing really fucking hard on the inside. My brain just shut down in the middle of, he looks like someone who strangles his wife in a Tennessee Williams play. That, man. I have a schedule here. What if you just told me what your horrible private death fantasies are and we can make them come true? We have the technology. Nice try. But this is just like the time when I was 8 and my friend showed me a picture of S Club 7 and asked me which one I liked. And I had no strong opinion, so I just picked one of them at random, and then everyone else went, ew. That's not really what I'm talking about. How about this one? Look, it's the Manic Pixie Dream Girl. She'll make you a mixtape for when she's chopping you apart. No. No, I don't want Manic Pixie Dream Murder. Okay, high-powered office romance. BB, I need you to work late tonight. You're having dinner with a very important client. Me. Is that even legal? Great, now I'm in one of these stupid plays. Whatever. Oh, it's an investor meeting. Welcome, Bonvenon. What does desire look like in a world of casual mass death? For obvious reasons, top retailers have begun asking this question. Now it can be answered. Ragmop, acting in collaboration with the Consumer Survey Institute, is proud to announce the Dream Report Resort, a bleeding-edge romantic horror simulacrum designed to furnish you with behavioral demographic details on the love-death imaginaries of today's top youth subcultures. Special group weights available. As for Marcy. Marcy is... oh, right. With the commercial failure of Marcy's World #2, I moved into consultant work to clear the debt. That's why I ran into the spook people. They too were consultants in a way. It's for you. Just say what you want. Can it be that hard? It'll be over what I want. What I want is Cha-Cha the tree frog. It's the name of the frog-themed animal mascot for the Rainforest Cafe. I want you to know this is extra funny to me because when we were at the Rainforest Cafe in Galveston, Texas, Liz, aka Miss Shadow Lovely, does not particularly like frogs. In fact, actively hates frogs. So there was so much time of us just pointing out Cha-Cha the tree frog and being like, look, it's the thing you hate. And man, there are still Rainforest Cafes open, and the one in Galveston, Texas is fucking awesome. It's like, it's a little expensive, but the food is weirdly good. It's good. I wouldn't want to fuck the tree frog, but like the food's good. There's a terrible tree in there that knows my name. Kind of a deep cut. Do you want the frogs from the Warner Brothers cartoon instead? I don't want anything. It's an interesting design. Don't look at, fuck you. Show me your desires if you think they're so great. Fuck you. This Rainforest Cafe is its own building and even has a water ride inside of it. I've been on the water ride in the Rainforest Cafe in Galveston, Texas 2 times with 2 different groups of people. You know, it always bewildered me when people said they liked Marcy's World #1. It seemed so put on to me, so calculated. But what could I do? People told me what they liked and I believed them. So I kept doing it, but then people didn't want it anymore. And it turned out they didn't even know just what they wanted. The people I trusted to know to tell me so that I'd know what I wanted too. So I became a consultant to find out what people liked. Just so you know, this is a real violation of my contract. Everything we recorded from Into the Spook's memory, survey results, sales receipts, interrogations, secret photographs, phone calls, final breaths, final wishes. Captured data bleeding and transformed. Inside the night mind is something else. A glimpse in the desires of the age. The sex dreams of a bodiless serial torturer are the desires of the age? What else? Just like in a romantic movie, sometimes the thing you're looking for was around you the whole time. To be told exactly who you are and what you want. Wouldn't you like to know for sure? Wait, Marcy, hold up. You don't have to go in there. I mean, I liked Marcy's World too. You did? I mean, I couldn't get the CD-ROM to play, but the Kathy Acker interview was good. BB, you can come with me if you want. You can know things about yourself that only the advertisers know. I'll take my chances. Well, it's the privilege of youth to never have to recognize yourself. But maybe you'll want someday to be told exactly what it is you wanted. You might find yourself trying to come back here in your dreams. And then I woke up. The hotel had been abandoned, and the shoddy construction materials of the dream resort were already collapsing back around me. Weary of my travels through the country of desire, when I got back home I decided to do the opposite, and spent the day playing video games instead. You won't last 10 seconds in this game, my lord! Oh man, that was a really good chapter. Oh! It closed it fully. Hold up. that chapter was really good. That just like hit good in general, man. Like the having it be like a statement on the cool nature of having people watch everything you do at all times. People with information that they claim you don't know about yourself. Great. Yeah, Heart's really good. Heart is one that's like unsettling because it's like, oh, do kind of live in that world, huh? Okay, yeah, all right, okay. Oh, I don't like the one that way that one makes me feel. Ooh. Thanks, Crimes Optimal. I appreciate it.
My deepest desire is Teresa to tie Tuesday so I can support him without watching ads. I don't need a focus group demon for that.
Thanks. And the final chapter, Face of the Killer, in just a second, because I really have to pee. Also, hey, if you aren't already following, please do. I'm Ty. I stream 5 days a week. Tomorrow we'll be here watching some goofy shit on YouTube. Saturday is going to be the big I Laugh, I Lose stream, which is one where you can submit YouTube videos. And then I have to watch them and not laugh. It's a real good time. I'll be right back though. I'm about to pee my pants. One sec. Okay. Whew. All right, there we go. I finished pissing. Sorry, I really had to piss. Like, I really had to piss. Face of the Killer. Let's do it. And again, I'm Ty Tuesday. If you aren't already following, please do. I stream 5 days a week. I'd love to see you around. I'm a variety streamer. I go pretty deep on the variety. You may notice by me playing this, which is just really one of my favorite creators. So, yeah. And yeah, Saturday we're doing a big thing. I'd love to see you there for that. Oh. Reacts. Killer could be anywhere. I'll just shoot them dead. Killers can die, just like everyone else. It's hard to believe all these houses used to have people living in them. In her vast nest of woods and corpses, the killer is hatching the world that is to come. Once we're inside, kill anything that moves. Hey, I recognize this place. This is the old urban cenotaph. Killer has infiltrated all of our most beautiful institutions. Look, masks and costumes of all our leading statisticians and celebrity car salesmen. My God, is nothing sacred? Hogs and things. What are they for? As though the whole of civic life were on one machine, built by the killer over centuries, assembled in silence for some dark purpose yet to be disclosed. Boss, you're depressing me. The Portrait Hall of City Fathers is a memory of better days. Oh yeah, looks good. Did you hear that? Probably just the wind. Come here, baby. Kiss, kiss. But they say the killer lives in this place. There's no such thing. It was all made up to help sell life insurance. Maybe you're right. Can you stop breathing down my neck like that? Unit 12, the base control? Is anyone around? Listen, it's BB. It's the killer. She found us. Hello? Can anybody read me down here? Hello? Is the mission still going okay? Damn, BB. Why'd you kill so many people? They asked too many questions, Ray. You guys gonna help me here or what? Never thought we'd find ourselves inside the factory tunnels. Our neglected academic careers must finally be taking off. I don't get good TV reception. The whole building really left unlocked? According to the charter, all graduates must be able to pick up their diplomas directly from the head office if there are no living staff members left to pass them out. How about Dr. Blood? Decapitated. For real? I owe him a turn paper. Okay, everyone, load up. Credentials are important in today's job market. I read an editorial about this. Looks like most of the good ones were taken. Ugh, numerology. Ugh, game design. Fuck. I'm a courier for Knife Furrier, the new subscription box service. Sign up now, get a hand-curated batch of fresh knives in the mail every week. No questions asked. I find bloody horror tapes at thrift stores and sell them to HR departments. It helps get executives in the zone before big meetings. The bars are closed. Is National History Day a bigger deal than I thought? Hear fireworks. Someone's having fun. BB, you're in all these horror films. Maybe you should hook Claude up. I keep telling you that's not me. That's the other BB. How many of you are there? Look, you know the way characters in a movie series can sort of change definition over time, like Frankenstein and Frankenstein's monster or Dracula and Dracula's monster? Some time ago, I accidentally starred in a direct-to-video horror film known as Bloody Night 4. I guess it did well enough on direct marketing that other studios started making their own versions, with the BB character returning as a different actress every time, likeness growing more and more abstract. until gradually the character itself began to blur, mutating through proximity into murder into a visual shorthand for that murder, its symbol, its source. If you meet BB in the road, you're dead is so good. Holy shit. I try not to take it personally, but it's not like they're paying me residuals. So I've been picking up shifts lately at a medieval-themed chain restaurant near town. The boss's name is Puss Man. I wanted to get one that said Pussy Man, but it was too many letters for the plate. You know, I can't help but notice the doors of the building seem like tight at all times. An exciting world of new restaurant concepts. Great job not falling in yet. This is a surf position, but you will start at our wench tier. What does that entail? Oh, just wenching it up, wenching around. And remember, hand your keys back every shift. I hate buying new ones every time someone falls into the corpse grinding, chopping, grinding machine. Your job is very simple. Food orders are prepared by the machines and then fed into the mangling device. Then all the dark, wet slurry is poured into the city sewers and the cycle of business repeats. Your job is to reach way into mangling device, pull out bone fragments off the blades when they get clogged. Nobody eats the food? Is this one of those tax things? It's really more of a vassal tier question. I went downstairs to take a look. I found a network of stone tunnels that seemed to predate the creation of any known theme restaurant. That went down deeper and deeper, leading towards a dark river of lymph that rolled slowly onwards underground. Pipes hung from the ceiling, seeming to draw it upwards into the houses above. I couldn't tell you how far it went or what dark sea it may have. You still got those chicken platter deals? More of a burger dolphin guy. What about you, Max? Where are you working? Oh, I get paid 2 cents a comment by one of those websites that just posts pictures of car crashes next to garbled, vaguely menacing headlines. Swedish women want to know about this. So true, bestie. Y'all in the workforce sometime. Not everything. Turns out other guys from our year are holding a house party later tonight. All we need to do is skip this train and get on the next one. Out to what's with the monster outfits? It's safer to be feared than loved. Yeah, that's the quote, I'm pretty sure. Oh. Ray, did you get invited to the party we're going to? Art is a universal invitation to experience, Claude. Thanks for the resub. Yeah, no worries. I also don't have a ton to say today.
So long. Normally I'd quip here, but I'm not funnier than this game.
To me, Carnosaur. I was in your social studies course. Hey, I like your BB suit. Thanks, I worked hard on it. already seem off? Well, yeah, but I've already spent the last 4 years hiding from maniacs and mostly talking to myself. So I've decided from now on I'm gonna be the new BB, confident and sophisticated, the life of every party. She's a head taller than you, though. New economy, did you hear? It's tonight. They're saying it's pushed from the left and shoved from the right. Whoa. Everyone seems to know each other already. Glass crunches somewhere in plush carpet. A chorus of whoops come from the TV room. Everybody's piled onto a couch laughing and watching the History Channel. I do love the anxiety BB eyes darting all over creation down the bottom for the party scene. Glass lamps rattle from a distant slamming door. Low thumps, hushed giggling, the sound of running feet. I wonder if those older guys are chaperones. They don't seem very good at it. I still haven't talked to anyone yet. Well, everyone seems pretty busy. I'd like to be an ingenue, but I'm not even sure what they do besides perish of tuberculosis. What is the real party? Maybe someone there would know. Can't believe you brought it. Now what we have to do is find a TV. This party's gonna rock. How many plug sockets does this guy need? Dude, come on, let us use the set. We brought Virtua Fighter. No, we're in the middle of something. Come on, dude, let me use the setup. You guys watching? Oh, rehearsal tapes from the new season of the Immersive Theater. They're putting on Dogs, Ezra Pound's fascist response musical to the success of T.S. Eliot's Cats. Never before been staged to completion. Hey, I like your outfit. Were you for real? Still BB. Why not come into the real party? So what internship did you get assigned? Your school have an internship program? Of course. Just fill out the form from careers department. Slow down, our school has a careers department? So where were you intending to do after graduation? I assumed I'd be found beaten to death in an alley somewhere. No future in that line of work. Meet my friends. Robert's in finance. June's apprenticing as a BTK consultant at Lockheed Martin. You consult them on sandwiches? Anyway, it's pretty crazy to finally be graduating. Now we have to figure out what we're doing with our lives. Haha, do we? I don't think so. We've known exactly what we'll do with our lives. More drinks? Yeah, fill her up. Born to run. All my new friends are so nice. I can't believe I waited this long to penetrate mysteries of the social. Where's everyone going? I have more opinions about zines. Oh my god, nerdy kid gets too drunk for the first time ever. Whew, everyone's masked. Look like real murderers. How charming. How fun. Hee. Wait, did they finally get Virtua Fighter rolling? Hold up. Well, best of luck to the lads. There's a commencement speech too. Hey guys, we gotta go. Let's build a future with the energy of youth together. Oh my god, yeah. Woohoo, college. Who's giving this talk? Historical tendency. Far out. Didn't they use the tour with minor threat? Seats, 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 seats. I don't have time to grab more of those little sausages. Oh, too late. What a turnout. Who here thinks the Empire ever ended? It's always a thrill to meet the true believers. Unfortunately, empires always end. It's what they do. So perhaps we should say instead that the restoration of a greater imaginary empire has never finished. Call me Mappy. You may know me from my popular 1980s video game career. I retired early and bought a big house, but nobody wanted to visit my big house or listen to my increasingly hammy and truculent political opinions. And so I sat there with the lights off, watching people drive past on the road outside my house and imagining what it would feel like to shoot them in their cars. Still, until inevitably, in this way, I began to develop a grand theory of history. I realized we needed to go back to rejoin that sacred continuity of force severed from us by revolutionary turmoil. Back to violence sanctified by myth, when one could be a Gilderai upon a holy quest instead of just some asshole strangling kids in the parking lot behind the stop and go. Folks, I know many of you agree, which is why we started shelling the city. But is a way back really possible? The answer is yes. We fight to restore a legitimate claimant, a bold figure ready to reclaim the vacant throne of history. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the last descendant of Charlemagne, the present king of France, the Dauphin. Now under all your seats you'll find baronial cassettes and a pistol. Definitely getting to that stage in the party where sticking around is an increasingly poor decision. At least no one brought a guitar. I'm making a lot of friends here, so we'll be okay. This is the power of new BB. All I have to do is inform the others and then stylishly, dynamically hide under a pile of coats somewhere. Thought I told you to stay out of my dad's room. Take it easy, it's a party. Think you got a spy or something? That's right, confess your crimes. It's no good, she's too tough. We need to bring her to a black site for enhanced interrogation. That's okay, whoop. I love army games. You know, my uncle was a soldier in one of our inscrutable wars of occupation. He told me what they do to prisoners they caught. Now, how about you be the insurgent and I'll be the defender of humanistic values? Oh boy, going to a Harvard school, going to a Yale party. You know, Brown's not really much better. Don't worry, I used to practice on rats. Howdy, it's me, BB. Zine, zines. Zines. I never said howdy. Gee, there's a lot of these things this season. Let's cut this one in half and see if it multiplies. Everybody wants to cut up BB today. Everyone's talking about cut up BB. Welcome back to the era of feudal mystery and caprice. Figuring out who gets to go first? Ah, so this is an escape sequence. But escape to where? I must have. It was this door, okay. The illustrious protagonists of history have been decanted from their amber tombs to the point as the figureheads of the world that'll no longer come. Preserved through the long years at the bottom of the grease trap. Buckets of various regional fast food franchises, nurtured and replenished by the vital oils. That is not dead which can eternal fry. What do we have here? Why, it's Napoleon III. The bitch is back, a fine vintage. Crunch, crunch. Ah, and over here is Anastasia, the whittlest Romanov. She looks pretty picked clean already. No one will notice another quick bite. Ah, fresh meat. From this side, okay, very good, sir. Ah, the wall is also here. You probably know not to show for work tomorrow. The olden times is moving on to the vast new tracks of public life, and I've wanted to eat you ever since I hired you. Hey, right, I forgot to hand back my keys after the end of shift. Oh yeah, that'd be a big... Ah. Oh. Up his jump a little bit. Well... I do appreciate the cherry. Oh my god, I have to mappy. You know, video games really did make us do it, but nobody will ever believe you. Those are intermittent cop box copy Mario Cement Factory. Woo! I guess instead of Dark Souls, we should have gotten good at murdering women. What happened to games for a change? Party sucked. Where'd everyone disappear to? Let's all turn in early while we refresh tomorrow. Isn't she taller than before? I wasn't really paying attention, but apparently that's the new BB. You know, that really is a great costume. Big fan of the BB movies, but don't you think it's a cheat that she never seems to die? I mean, really die? Headless, limbless torso washes up on the beach so chopped apart they need a specialist to tell what species it used to be style of thing. You know, sometimes the DVDs come with little feedback cards inside. I was thinking more of making my own cut. What? Hello. Hey, BB. We've changed our minds. Mandy and I are pro-murder now. It's a hip new thing. We think it's far out. Were you decapitated? You forget we're medical experts. They say a key moment in history, the dead can be seen walking the earth again. As though at such points of the world itself had lost track of any precise distinction between who was left alive or why. If you run into any members of the living, say hello. Tell them they don't know what they're missing. Who's this? Must be an understudy. Kid, could you fetch some Zemus? It's pretty hot in here inside these symbolist god monster costumes. Guys, can I grab BB here for just a sec? Oh, it just does that if you point vaguely near them. Finally, it's a video game. Hell yeah, dude. No, this is fucking gaming. Old Corpse, Dreadful Well, all your favorites. I don't know, I guess they felt we needed a mascot. At one point we tried commissioning a mechanical one, but there was a fire. Hey, why am I telling you this? Captive audience. Ah, it's Mappy! Boss, new act seems like a terrific success. The comment cards are in and they read, help me, ah! What are you trying to accomplish? Is this a coup? I kind of thought the theater controlled the city already. Actually, we were all more like contract workers. The owners of the city have managed to insulate themselves so well against history, they no longer believe it exists. But still they dream about it, and in the depths of their seclusion, the dream resembles a nightmare. A tangled procession of ceremonies and masks, conspiracies and motiveless coups and murders in hidden rooms. And so that's why what we stage for them day after day to soothe them in their dreaming business. How do you like our new sign? And handing out rifles to drunk college grads, it gets them involved. They feel like part of the process. And it's not like we're completely irresponsible. They're prop guns, they're not even loaded. What a party. You did this. I'm tied to a chair. And after my job from the start, even took my movie franchise. That was supposed to be my side hustle. Now they're BB movies, and no one remembers who directed the first one. I don't even get residuals. I don't get residuals either. We're in this together. It's about class. It's about class. Had a great party, huh? I've made more theater kids than Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark. Hello. Ah, you got me. I'm done for. Nice try. Deliver like that is why you only got 2 lines in the civic play. Never wanted to be in your play. I wanted to do a color issue of my zine! Don't you point that thing at me. I'm Bosso, you idiots. Bosso. Director Bosso is right here. You don't look anything like her. The mask was the authority. I hear people moving behind the curtain on both sides. Soft grunt, scrape of props, low creak of old rope and winches. It's a little late to be changing the sets. Well, restricted policeman area, prepare to die. Hold up, fellas, this one isn't wearing a mask. Are you undercover? Say something in cop. 10-4, spread him. It's a mirage. Telling you all, it's, this one checks out. Feels good to be out of these dog outfits. I thought mine suited me. Look, guys, I made a necklace out of ears. Creativity is what makes us human. Outmoded iconography, no place for you in police theater. Do some aesthetics count as crime? Hear me out, I'm workshopping some new ideas. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Is there an exit? I want to guard it. First, we have to report to the CO. The crucial stage is yet to come. Good work, guys. Looks like you've managed to catch a dangerous criminal. Yeah. BB here's been a person of interest ever since the case of the mysterious theater a few months back. I wasn't sure whether you guys remembered that. It's been a busy period, but I'm sure we'd have gotten around to it eventually. No time like the present, let's take a walk. You might notice some new decor around here. We've been forced to put the theater under police control following the attempted uprising of armed killers. Who gave you guys the real ammo anyway? Well, we did. Also, any of these times where you're controlling someone and BB's like following someone around, they give you control over the person talking to BB. It's like a small touch, but it when you're playing in particular, it helps like externalize the locus of control a little bit, if that makes sense. Now I know what you're thinking, young people want their serial killers to have more of an unlicensed indie feel. I used to be pretty alternative myself. Check out my K Records tattoo. See, Boss always thought she was the only one who knew where to find the owners. She was wrong, they told me too, whispering through the static on my Dick Tracy communicator watch. That's how I know the city tires of an age of horror and dreams instead of an age of law. Isn't that good news? When I am too full of joy, I think how little good my health did anyone near me. Come on in, boss. Police dog followed the trail in here. Bark, bark, bark. Civil legitimacy. Blooder. Just a precaution. Killers go crazy for the smell of blood. Now you go first and we'll watch and see what happens to you. We don't need a running commentary. Lumpy chair-like animals scuttle by. Unseeing, involuntarily I recall dark legends of the city's past, that at some point the town fathers began interbreeding with their own real estate portfolios. I push on past the dripping chambers. Man, if I live through this, I'm gonna climb in a bathtub and never get back out. At least I've decided what I'm gonna do with myself after college. Behold, the marble temples of the law. Keep going towards them or I'll shoot you in the head. You know, when I was younger, the history of the world seemed like an endless series of police actions. All those squashed peasant revolts, interminable centuries of torture, beheadings. I thought, wow, how did people back then put up with it all? Surely they must have been tougher than me. Must have had different bodies, ones that couldn't feel as much pain. I sure wouldn't have been able to live like that, not me, not for a moment. And so I joined the police force, because I was so sensitive. Oh. Oh, that, No buttons were working. I will reset and try and get there as quick as I can. Were we in Act 3 at that point? Okay, word. We will cook. Yeah, for some reason that just none of the buttons were advancing it. honestly, the only change that I think really needs to happen in this game is just have an "Are you sure?" when you hit the "Go back to collection" button. The fastest mash you've ever seen. Ten four. 10-4, spread them. I do appreciate the cops just doing a Saturn eating his son very clearly. I know games that use subtext in their cowards and aren't willing to just straight up be like, the cops are doing the murders. All right, time to get covered in blood and thrown down the hallway. The good hallway, I think. So I became a cop and quickly realized there was no such thing as sensitivity. Everyone could be made to feel the same degree of pain. And history seemed to be a nightmare, worse than before, and I thought, great, amazing, I've matured now. For sure, I've really grown up. Now I've peered into the true depths of suffering that made the world. I'm stoic, realistic. At least now I know just how bad it can get. I love growing up, it's so cool. Oops, and every time I said that, I'd find out the truth was worse. Worse and worse, an ocean of blood that went down forever. And as I looked into it, I discovered the higher dimension to police work. I found that the capacity for happiness was finite, while the capacity for misery was infinite. And that waiting in the bottomless pit of infinity was an unspeakable policeman known as God. If you wanted a universe of bottomless artificial suffering, you could have stayed home and played video games. This way I also get a pension. Well, here we are. I wonder where everybody is. I get it, they're busy people, city founders. See, they're calling us up already. A grand new age of municipal cooperation is about to begin. Let's go get the keys to the city. You all do your reading. The marbled tombs are oddly brittle, slick and wet to touch. Who'd want to meet anyone who lived here? It's like walking through a tonsil stone. With any luck, that guy's too busy spieling to himself to even notice I got away. The more I see of this place, the more haphazardly it seems put together. Stately columns piled in heaps, buildings with no doors or windows. I guess it's just ye old in style, but it really feels more like walking around a... furniture showroom. You are all young leaders of tomorrow. What the fuck is this? No cheating is allowed. Do your best. Let's start with an easy one. When was the horror genre invented in English? That's right, the answer is 1651, when Hobbes and his Leviathan boldly presupposed a terrifying universe of undirected violence, the better to contrast with an emerging condition of directed violence known as the state. And so it was the realm of legitimate violence produced also a realm of illegitimate violence, the kingdom of politics, coeval with the kingdom of horror. Two nations sharing a border, trading back and forth, images, ideas. Boss, he's getting political or something. A kind of power-sharing agreement in which all were to attain dual citizenship, never allowed to be certain just which nation would exert the final claim. And it worked tremendously, only doesn't it seem unfair that horror should always remain a silent partner? Something glimpsed in photos, documents, the imagery of editorial cartoons. Don't you think it's time they had their turn? Shut up. Is someone else? Huh. Not really that terrible down here at all. Maybe it's a sublet? The thing I know from cheaply made horror tchotchkes. Much of the stuff even my sister couldn't sell. Moldering non-union bogies flap sadly from the shadows. I'm tired and covered in blood and missing my shows. I wish I even knew which layer of fake city I was on by now. It's like this town was built on images of itself instead of bedrock. I have to admit, the theming grows more inventive the further I get. The rubber mummy room gives me vague flashbacks to civics class. Is it someone's birthday or what? And down here is... You with the bird, hands above your head. It's puppets. Being dead's not so bad. You never have to second guess yourself. Surface raw material for the grand structure of history. Could there be a nobler aim? What is truly good must be eternal, and vice versa. Been great for my career, thinking of becoming a Vocaloid. Police action! Police action! I have more folksy monologues. The first rule of making scenes is never talk to the police. I wish I could tell if I was dead yet. It might save time. Hey, nice to see ya. Call me Baby Bird. That's right, call me BB. Didn't I kill you with a shoe once? Let's not dwell on the past. What's important is the world to come. Hear it? Gorged on corpse fat, the killer prepares to regurgitate the future in his own dread image. Distracted and slow for once. Vulnerable to mortal frailties. Interesting, right? Why are you telling me this? I'm the baby that always denies. Besides, we shared a larynx once. Think of me as a still quiet voice or inner conscience. Listen, this is just her defense, got it? Perish the thought. It's just what I needed. The others were holding me back. They never appreciated my mix CDs. I've always been the smartest one in the room. Natural authority flows from my hands like smoke. When the owners see me, they'll make me king for sure. That's the life for someone sensitive like me. Columns and things. The finer shit. I knew it. Faces from history books. Everyone I ever looked up to, they're all here, living underground. They all know my work and they've been waiting for me. What? They say he hates the cops to pieces. What am I doing? What am I doing? These guys have a higher kill count than the International Monetary Fund. Why would I think I'd be able to shoot it out? Bad luck to pick things off the floor. Some of these corpses seem familiar. What am I doing? Has there ever been a horror film where shooting the monster worked? Just never even close, huh? Don't rush me, you little shit! What are you waiting for? Shoot him! The chariot of victory goes forth, drawn by the two horses of victory. How exulting it is to fall under its wheels. Behold, the counterworld is born. Opposite of all that is, the death in life. Looks pretty much the same as before, just different colors. Yeah, that's negative for you. It's an inverse. That's it? Everything, guys, you did? You remade the world and only thing you wanted to change about it was the color scheme? Well, sure, what else is there? Are you all stupid? It's not good to be too critical. You shouldn't mess with the laws of history. Darwin and stuff. Private water park enterprise. So, are we all dead? How would anyone be able to tell? Not sure I can get used to being a blonde. Dear Zizi, how are you? I'm well. I hope you're having fun at the convention. What is a Toho? In my opinion, you picked a good weekend to get out of the city. Folks, the results are in. Please welcome the new city council. Strangleman, Miss Strangleman, Strangleman Jr., Gore Vidal. Thank you, Mr. Slap Happy, for the resub. First person shooter, Lady Monstradamus, Tsar Nicholas II, the exquisite corpse, that's a good joke, Hyper Chop, nice, and returning, Director Basso. Oh, wow, Director Basso looks exactly the same. Thank you for the resub for Toho Project. Basso, you're looking well. Divulge us to your skincare secrets. A life in art keeps the spirit young. Things are otherwise pretty much back to usual, or possibly more so. After the first night, the new colors seemed to fade, but maybe I just got used to them. Nobody else seems to notice that something happened, so I've been trying to keep track of all the changes in my zine. Circulation continues to drop rapidly. Tammy now a fitness center. Certain types of cereal rebranded. Sexy green M&M now wearing hood and rubber boots and promotional material. Animatronic skeleton from Judas Priest Turbo Lover now secretary for the interior. Very good. Anyway, since downtown is still partly on fire, I've had to call in an arcane family favor and have been staying with an aunt and uncle YY and our cousins in the suburbs. Much conversations concerns current events. The first night there, aunt and uncle said what was happening had been no surprise given the way things were going these days. The second night, our cousins showed up to dinner wearing bird masks and said they'd gotten into a podcast which explained why everything that had been going on was good. On the third night, I found all the knives in the house had been sharpened. Aunt YY kept weighing me, and our uncle was reading from a cookbook called To Serve Man. So I've been trying to get out for walks as much as possible. The suburbs are fine, but all the right angles throw me off. It's like living in a crossword puzzle and not being able to see any of the clues. Trying to detect a secret order in 200 streets named after trees. God, dude, God. After living, I just moved, right? Like a little while ago. There is an entire zone by me that is just random states. And like, there's no fucking rhyme or reason. There's no order. It's not alphabetical. It's not on the order they were like added to the United States. There's no order. I can't tell. It's just like Louisiana, Alabama, Colorado, New Mexico, New York. It's fucking higgledy-piggledy. And so quiet and still that it's like even the houses are asleep. What do the suburbs dream about? I haven't been here long enough to say. Hopefully it's something good. The one nice thing though was on the last date I was on. I showed up on time. I was 2 minutes early, but you know, I usually like to be a little earlier than 2 minutes, but I did get to make a very fun joke about how I did in fact take a wrong left turn at Albuquerque, which was real, and unfortunately they didn't. I don't think they got that I was doing it was a Bugs Bunny thing, and I was just kind of like, you know, like a wrong left turn at Albuquerque, you know, like Albuquerque, left turn at Albuquerque, you know, like Bugs Bunny, like Bugs Bunny, you know, the rabbit that everyone loves and craves who does jokes. No, okay. I'll die. The backyards are fenced away, but a bits you can look through. And glimpse some new place, open and uncertain, in the chance intersection of a wall, a roof, a vacant lot. As though still folded up inside the world, there was a different kind of negative. For what it's worth, that is the person who I was going to... I was like, I'm going to break it off with them because, frankly, they don't have enough hobbies. They need to get, like, another hobby. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'll leave you on that peppy image. Enjoy the convention and don't worry about me here. After all, the one good thing about history is the worst of it's probably over. Sincerely, your correspondent, BB. Man, that was a good game. That was sweet. There's a bonus room in here somewhere. Oh, hey. Hey, hello. What's that? Am I BB? I'm taller than she was, don't you think? I hope you like the video games. To be honest, I found them a bit repetitive. All that digging through old basements, chased around, never getting the full picture. Who wants to live like a rat all the time? The next time I die, I'll come back as a bird. George Jones, Europe's top George Jones impersonator. Opening act, The Fabulous Singing, Cowbee Sisters. Say new wave and old time will be one and the same a little bit later on in the game. Sure, this is a Hank Williams song. Not sure I really get the plan here. Do you know how many flyers for these kind of bands I saw on my trip outside the city? Every bar in every town, a whole underground economy of cowboy hats. We could go there. We could escape into the land of country music where there are always happy endings. So hurry up and pick a real country song. I guess I heard one once. And that is the end of Anthologies of the Killer. That was awesome. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Hey, did you like it? I liked it. I hope you liked it. I liked it. I thought it was sick. Yeah, tomorrow we'll be doing some
eat him at this cars.
Tomorrow we'll be doing, sorry, I had to copy a thing. Tomorrow we'll be doing some content on the old YouTube-Rooney stuff. And then Saturday we'll be doing I Laugh, I Lose. So get some YouTube videos ready. We'll have some basic ground rules, mostly just like under probably like 3 minutes long. Yeah. And I'm going to rage all over to Teddy. God, that was awesome. That game was so good. The bonus room's got a lot of fun stuff. That's great. You should check it out. You can check out the game. I think !game might actually link it. No, it doesn't. It is Anthology of the Killer. You can check it out on itch.io. Thanks for being here. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Gonna rage you on over to Teddy Ross. Thank you. There's a link in chat from Ajo Gamer. Thank y'all. Catch